This sounds news to me.
I was about to say, I thought there wasn't any.
Further in.
The passenger cars, there aren't any. The cargo cars apparently have.
Alright.
Well, we are cargo.
Alright. We'll be starting card stop very soon. You will have a little bit of an announcement, and then you can start popping in. Okay.
Where's the door?
Right here.
I know, but the joke is you can't really see what it's doing.
Again.
Shotgun, you're having a hard time getting through that doorway.
Bliss is
There's
very
another door over here if you didn't hear. Come here.
I think everybody's gonna have a hard time getting through the doorway.
I'm not.
But it's Bijou sized.
It's sized
Little
just
door,
for
it's
me.
This is my door. It was meant for me.
to do this right.
You're stuck on the little lip of it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of everything being made for these giants out here.
Hell yeah, bitches.
The sound of machinery as the train arrives into the station will be heard. Rheingold Station.
Oh my gosh.
Once dialogue 2 starts, cards up.
We're here.
Thank goodness.
Imagine you want this back.
So good to be home.
Oh,
Hmm.
round that is actually inside.
General, my general, or commander, whichever title we gave you.
There wasn't really a title.
We should
there.
probably get people to briefly check in at the hospital just for quick lookovers.
Yeah,
Technically,
Shaka, you probably want to get her
What's that grading
to the
for?
hospital.
Reinhold's a lot more yellow than I remember it.
Morning.
Wait, what's
Your
that?
glasses on your face.
Hello.
Morning, sir.
Hi,
Morning.
Morning.
Greetings. Welcome, all of you, back to Reinhold. Imagine by the faces that you all completed your mission. We'll be expecting a report soon.
I have one written up, sir.
For those who are injured, please make your way towards the hospital.
Yeah, probably a
We'll
good
discuss
idea.
after all of you are checked up.
Okay.
Make yourself comfortable, take a bath, drop your belongings.
Hmm.
Oh, a shower. That
Eris,
sounds heavenly.
Yes?
the report that we wrote, could we, well, when debrief comes, can you help me out, if you don't mind?
Oh,
Are there any gaps I missed?
I'll
Yeah, sure,
interject
Bill,
if you
if-
forget anything, but
That would be helpful.
we should probably.
No one should be.
Also, just saying in general. Do is offer a few CCs for them. We can help you out.
Thank you.
Hi guys.
Hey, welcome back. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Hello.
I'm gonna just gonna
Good morning. Yeah, she's sleepy.
We lost a lot
Nice
of
shade.
time.
Get to the hospital.
Everything's yellow.
Everything's moving.
Alright,
Everything
told them
needs
to
to
make
terminate
their way to
the
the
hospital.
Don't trip over anything when you get to the hospital. Okay.
Oh, Lunali?
Somebody check in here.
Lunali? Lunali?
Look at me.
Wait, this is the thing that happened to her when she saw the Class A, right?
Wait.
For those that do know anything involving this, please assist. If not, please make some room.
Make some room.
There's not a lot I can do.
As Lunali is sleeping, she sees herself gliding across the
Last time
wasteland.
she saw the Class A in that
So
mission.
what was done about it?
She was kind of in the
She's
state for a little bit.
moving
That's all I remember.
rapidly,
And I think
faster than any
She
flight she
injured
could
if
see
you
until
haven't
she
left an
slows
injury.
down.
Should we bring
Not that I
her
saw.
to the
She was just
hospital?
tired.
I will
Here.
take
Okay,
her
then
somewhere
I'm not
safe
as
out
concerned.
of the way to not
Yeah.
cause worry, please.
Come on.
Take her somewhere
Go ahead
safe.
and take us somewhere
Take her
comfortable.
somewhere safe.
Take her to the hospital.
There you go.
Somewhere quiet.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's get you to the hospital.
Do you need
if she
help with that
says
or are you
anything,
good?
make sure to write it down.
Are you lifting her?
Welcome back, by the way.
Yes, I have you up.
Okay.
Sorry. I should have said that.
Princess Carrie.
Yes, princess, little princess. Come on.
Where the bakery is?
Oh, yes, the like bakery. Just go straight down that street. It'll be on your.
Hey, Axel.
At the end. Hey.
Thank you.
Have you seen her do this before?
Kinda.
Well, what
Why?
happened afterwards?
Well, explain exactly what you mean of. Like, I see she's.
Okay, she
Glowing
glowed
more
and
than-
then she kind of like took a knee on the side of the street.
She seems like she's sleeping. She's
Not. She wasn't injured. She was just very tired.
Yeah.
When she was injured.
I would
but
say
I was-
she slept most of the way back. Honestly, she.
If it,
You guys want me to put her in a room or down here somewhere? What do you think's best? Where'd you go? You think I should take her to a room or somewhere down here?
Honestly, if you just want to sit her down somewhere over here, unless you want to bring her into the back or something, I don't think she needs to go to the room if she's not injured.
I was about to say, she's just
Yeah.
tired and it's
Just
part of
sit her
her
down over there,
magic.
then.
Yeah. I'll lay you down.
if it's anything like after the defense, when we picked her place and she just really exerted herself, she should be fine after a time.
I don't know the context.
Okay. Get some rest.
I don't know either.
You did really good.
But if it's anything like last time, of her just overexerting herself, then
She sees a massive crystalline structure that's purple and green. Electricity is sparking all the way through it.
I'm not sure exactly what she's doing, but
She looks down upon a massive plane of multicolored crystals
okay, well,
more than
still-
and
usual, but
abruptly stop
She
by.
did a lot.
I don't know what to do.
She used her. It was a spell I've never seen her use.
She used
before.
her last spell, the one she used to like look into.
Ow!
Oh!
Hey, Lunali. Lunali. Hey, you're in the hospital. You're okay. Good morning.
Did you hit yourself?
Lightning. Ow.
Lightning.
I didn't do it.
Did you have a dream about lightning?
Well,
Don't crowd.
no, but yes. Where was that place?
Doesn't
I've
look
never
like
seen
it's-
that before. I
See
don't.
anything other than the light?
Well, no, I got struck by lightning, but I was
Oh.
over somewhere first. There is this big plane of crystals crackling with lightning.
Okay.
Purple, green, so many colors, and then zap! And now I'm here. I'm just.
Did she?
Mm.
Crystals like that lightning. When
These
When you
crystals were
went-
big. It was like as tall as buildings. They're really big.
Was it like the crystals at Linnaeus? Like the big ones?
Sort of, but not those colors. These were different
we went-
colors.
to Reefs and where Thor's hammer was had a lot of big crystals with lightning.
Another division?
I don't know what they looked, but
I don't
this
remember them being a
reminds
bunch of
me.
colors.
Back with the Duskbound relay, there was that moment that I saw a mountain being struck by lightning. Guess this time I'm the mountain. Yay!
Well,
Ow.
it doesn't look like anything actually struck you. Hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah,
As
but
long as
my
you're
head
okay,
still
that's
hurts. Feels like I got hit.
Do you want me to go get you
Yeah,
some
I'm
pain
fine.
meds?
I'm
sure we
No,
can
I'm
get you something. I
fine.
We'll get you something for headaches or something like that, but past that, no.
Pain is weakness leaving the body.
What?
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 Thank you.
I'm
What?
so concerned.
What?
Perfect timing for that comment.
Our support squad lead.
I was about to say,
ladies and gentlemen.
is this your medics?
Is this like y'all? Yes.
There's the lightning.
Right.
Oh no.
Yeah, please don't shock her. She just had
How
a
are you
dream
holding
about
up,
that.
Lunali? You feel bad, good, whatever?
I feel like I got struck by lightning, because technically I did. Just.
With you.
No. Please don't.
No.
Yeah, don't.
That's why it was funny that you walked in.
I don't think that was the past this time.
Yeah.
I can take a look at your internals if you want, but I'm not.
No. It's just a dream, is all.
You gotta go collect.
Are you sure?
I'm going to go get.
Where's Eris? Is she upstairs?
Or maybe upstairs.
I need to check on her.
Yeah, I can. Can you see to this?
Hello.
Feeling any better?
Yes. It's, hard to explain. Anyone else in here?
I broke my arm while I was out there.
No clear room right now.
It's fine.
Mm.
We'll be good.
I see.
I need you to bring some focus cells. No, I need you to bring focus cells. I cannot leave the break room.
Huh?
Are you alright?
It's just I heard shouting from one of the nearby rooms, or at least I think I did.
Oh, I have a question. Do you know how to put metal soles into shoes?
Huh?
We're gonna talk.
Judas?
happened? Deep breath.
Hello, Dr. Vincent.
Judas, are you okay?
Please don't get too close. Just sit on the table.
Huh?
Please leave.
Stay out for a moment.
You may not want to enter. I'm not sure what's going on, but if it's doctors back there, please don't go back.
What is happening?
There was someone that I was out there with, so I might know what happened, but... Okay.
Maybe it's magical treatment that just needs more hands.
That's what I do.
I don't need to escape. I'm not gonna be here long.
Anyway, I've got some more people coming in for checkups.
I think you should rest up, considering what you came back from.
Well, a new set of hands just
I
went in
did
there.
rest.
First-
I know my own condition, but thank you.
Down this hallway and it's coming up now.
Just the cat I was looking for.
Hmm? What is it?
How you doing?
Fine enough.
Everything alright?
It's already a morning.
You're gonna help, right? 'Cause I don't want to do this. You're the Lunali.
Quite alright, I can take care of it.
Yes?
Making sure everyone's alright.
Welcome back. You alright?
Had a dream. Now already getting yelled at. The usual.
Did we need any treatment?
What?
Not exactly, but they're my
Just wanting to help people and getting yelled at to go away, so I'm just gonna go make myself scarce. And I'll figure this out later.
I'll find you in a moment.
Mm-hmm. Quite a pod. That is such a confusing thing. And of course, people are likely to yell at me about that too, so. Even if it wasn't my call to make. I sure love coming home. Immediately, things are just back to normal. I need to talk to Felix.
Oh, there you are.
No, I'm not.
You're not? So you don't want this bagel with smoked salmon on it?
No, I don't.
Oh. Okay. You okay?
I just need to find Felix. Where is he?
I'm not sure. He was there at the hospital when you were talking about what you saw things, and then he ran off.
Of course he did. Alright. I'll figure it out.
None of this flimsy governmental middleman stuff, alright? I get my stuff straight from the source. No shipping, handling issues, none of that.
Huh. Do you have anything from Douglas? Douglas? Do I have anything from Douglas?
So much useful.
What about Shiloh? Is she going too?
I believe so.
Morning!
Hello.
But she's been thinking about it. I've told her I'm pretty firm on this, but she's been okay with potentially doing that.
Okay, dear. I guess, again, ladies need their private time, so I can understand that.
With like jam.
Jams, honeys, things like that. Hello?
Keep them up.
Oh, I'm not gonna take up all your time. I know you have a lot of advice to say, but
Might be able to break
I wish you would, though.
After better than that. If I focus hard enough on it.
How many times can you cast it?
Probably in a couple hours.
Can you throw up a wall if it's
If you sample
center, but can you throw it up quicker?
storage
Can
container.
you throw up one that'll last longer? Thicker?
I've honestly never tried.
You're a magic researcher, right?
They didn't dissipate.
I wanted
like
your take on it.
maggots.
I see.
They
At all?
simply. Eventually, they kind of sputtered out. Put a bit of poison and acid around the surrounding air on the floor as well. Similar, but we cut off one of their
Definitely a
heads and
maggot,
it could
not a
still see.
person.
It's a shame that we'll be
Hello.
here today, otherwise it might be possible to develop a countermeasure against them.
Most magic beasts just dissolve.
I'll be looking into it.
Exactly.
Well,
I'm wondering if there could be some sort of other
you're
magic
away,
beast
but
They may have a passive regeneration effect, so you didn't kill them fast enough.
I think if anything, the most nerve-wracking thing was, even though its head was detached, it could still see. Its eyes still moved and followed.
And you know, Danish
Strange.
heads do that too. For a few seconds afterwards.
It was for about a minute, maybe longer. Up
That's
until
So
we
even when
carved out
they're
its eyes.
even when they're destroyed, then they're not fully destroyed until some time after.
That's terrifying.
It may be that the things they need to function are all within the head. So perhaps a headshot is the cleanest kill.
Make sure to rip off the wings first so they can escape, and then go.
I was going to hear a secret spy.
If it's reopened, go get it checked out, please.
Captain's orders.
oh my god, Eris is
Oh.
gonna
Can't turn
fucking
over.
kill me.
She's in the hospital too. Wait, you can't say where?
I mean, just like I'm going to Fortis, like I'm transferring to Fortis.
Oh
Wait,
shit! Is that a promo or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there until otherwise.
Because there's a lot of us that can't walk it off.
I hope you have a good time, buddy.
It will. It's like
Noted.
Yeah. I want to go see what's going on inside.
Alright.
Yeah, I've learned
You
that
doing
planning
okay,
things
Lunali?
out. I can still plan to throw things at a wall as long as I just document it.
I'm the only one down the way, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes the
Is that
wall
one
throws you back.
But good to know.
Yeah, we've learned that.
There is a lot. Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has been the impression the last few weeks. Good.
Yeah.
Lord.
It's not worth bothering with that stuff right now. I just want to figure it out while it's fresh in my head. Nothing else is important right now. As has been made readily evident by how people act. Nope. What the fuck is that?
Hey, Lunali. You feeling any better?
I guess, depending on how you define the term.
Did something happen between then and now?
Just the usual.
Oh,
Try to provide help on things that you know a little bit about, and people just yell at you to go away and that you are just being a bother, so just trying to find Felix now. Doesn't matter. Where's Felix?
I haven't seen him since this morning. He could be in the dorm, maybe? If not, maybe he's at the bakery. Do you want me to, like, get you a drink or something? Or do you want to talk, or?
It's unimportant right now. I want to talk to him while it's fresh in my mind. I don't have time to go eat.
With who?
Doom is my own business.
Well, my answer changes depending on who you need to talk to, but, I mean, there's lots of places.
This one right here really just has your name written all over it. It just, like, I look at it in comparison to you and I go, I just can't see this much anymore without it being around. All right? Now, I like cleaning up the place.
I'm guessing Felix hasn't been here recently.
No, he has not.
Okay. I was just looking for him.
Would you like? I see. Would you like to hear some of the announcements that the bakery is holding for the festival?
If I was in a better mood, I would, but right now I just need to find him.
I see.
Watch to last a long time, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
It'll last longer if you have another watch to wear in the spare time. You know, this one is for looks. This one's for, you know, making appearances. But that one right there, that one's the one you wear when you want to pretend
Fighting all the new Wardens people are like, look at the new bee from Reinhold, and I have to pull this thing and go, bitch.
Oh,
Well then, safe travels, and I hope that
That's good to know.
your future is full of many accolades.
I should probably be there for that. If that's an engineering topic.
If he can survive Marcus,
Yeah, it wouldn't
he can
hurt.
survive any if we're teasing him.
I haven't checked the school, I guess. Well, institute.
Now, Nala, have you seen Chaka?
No, I haven't.
Apologies.
Sorry.
I appreciate it. I will try and see if I can find a way to make it not contaminated while sharing the same soil and
sharing this oil injector. But
Yeah. Even if it doesn't contaminate anything in terms of the core, I worry that if we have that mana constantly, it'll leak it elsewhere, and who knows what the hell that'll do to your other projects.
exactly, that's what I am worried for.
Yes. In addition, come on over here.
Hey, Lunali, have you seen Hayden, Dusk, anybody inside?
The only
No?
ones in there are Scarlet, Shaka, and or not Shaka, Scarlet, Paz, and Aowen.
Okay, then he's not there then.
Not to my knowledge, at least.
Okay. More so just trying to find Hayden so we can get the ball rolling on.
I think a lot of them went into the hospital because of whatever's going on in there.
Okay. I didn't see him go to the hospital, but let's go. Thank you.
He went in there around the same time people like Kane and Bailey did.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we still actually welcome your presence. You're important.
Naturally, yeah. Okay.
Good morning.
Hmm?
Are you alright?
Yeah. It's...
Would you like to sign our petition?
For what?
For safety limits on dirty mana leakage in the engine. Yeah, I'm sure you saw in the paper a few weeks ago that there was a leak and several people passed away.
I did.
We're also asking for any donations for the families of those that fell.
I just came back from the wasteland, so I don't have credits on me physically.
That is completely fair.
Oh, yes. Well, thank you. Thank you for the signature.
Take care of yourself.
Doesn't matter if I do or don't.
Once you're busy, you never think about it. Usually fine today.
Well, we've got to find. I was told the artisan we'd be looking for is Stitch by our gilded friend.
Do we have any description of this Stitch person?
Tiefling that walks with a cane. Also that one.
Oh. Good morning.
Look at the odds. It happened.
We were just coming out to look.
Information being put into a record to saving someone and not being told a word.
It's odd. It's a lot to go through. Oh, Lunali. You know the screen, right? The light one.
The frame? Yes.
Yes.
What about it?
Later tonight around the 3rd hour, or before then, could you tell Scarlet about it?
I'm pretty
They
sure
might
she
need it for
already
something
knows
if
how to use it.
She...
Why would they
she
need my
didn't
help with
know.
it?
I was talking to her about it and she didn't know about it.
I guess.
They might need it for something tonight if I can't help them with it. You? Okay. You just...
This is kind of my normal. Most people just don't pay attention to it.
I'm sorry.
But now, I'm annoyed. It's fine now. I can tell her about it. It's easy. She just has to hold it with her core on her person and it'll do the rest.
Okay.
And just be careful what she points it at, just in case.
Yeah. Well, they plan to use it on...
I can take a guess.
I'm not a good cook, so we'll even it out. You know what it goes for, and I know how to make it not,
Lunali.
you know, inedible.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We'll
Are
figure
you
it out.
busy at all?
Yeah.
Not really.
Easy. Your shoulder still looks like shit. Thanks.
It's nothing major. Kargik pointed me in your direction. He said you did lapidary?
Yes. I do jewelry work as well as gem cutting of all sorts.
Have you ever heard of Intaglio?
Antaglio. I can't say that I have. Why?
It's a practice of etching designs or images into the surface of a stone.
I mean, I've done something like that, I just didn't know that's what it was called. I just usually refer to most things as engraving.
Engraving also works, it's essentially the same.
I've done plenty of that before.
This might be a bit of a grim topic.
Can't be much worse than the things I deal with on a regular basis.
No, I'm sorry, it's a bad time. I thought no one...
Not really.
Or...
It's irrelevant right now. What is it that you want to have worked on? I assume it's related to a topic.
My people have a
Or shit or whatever.
tradition, I suppose you'd call it. More just hobby. We engrave our dead to stone, their images. Engrave them. Then fill it with gold so it doesn't tarnish. I was at Avery, I think his name was. I never really properly met him, but
that was his name, yes.
I saw him from the back stirring the tide, and I couldn't quite get the image out of my head.
Say goodbye.
So
I'm transferring over to Fortis.
I figured I would give him the same treatment we would our own.
Yeah.
Even for a single day, he was a comrade there. Didn't seem right not to. So I sketched that scene on the notepad, you'll see a winged figure with a mohawk. It's a little rough, but it's fairly clearly Avery from the back holding his axe. Is at the first camp, I believe.
Very determined.
And I was thinking Carnelian would be a good fit. The interplay is orange and red seemed fitting.
Whenever I come back, whenever we...
You would go well with gold too.
I was going to ask my mother to do the work. She used to run our shop's lapidary section, but she retired. But Karguk said it would probably mean more having one of you do it. So he pointed me towards you.
I could do that. When do you need it by?
Make sure I say goodbye to as many folks as I can.
It's no rush.
Some people still inside, so I'm gonna check as well.
Okay.
You take care, Iku.
It's just whenever you're free.
I can do that.
And I'll leave the sketch with you.
Okay. Do you have material already on hand, or do I need to try to procure it to the specifications?
I have a carnelian of the size I thought. It's a little rough, but it's at least cut to a flat surface already. I'd gotten that far.
Then that should be mostly doable. The amount of gold required for something is a lot less than most assume for something like that, as long as you're not trying to completely encase it. Just filling the lines is pretty easy.
Right. I can supply the material. We tend to hoard it a bit, so...
Then that should make everything more than doable. I just got my tools worked on, so they're in good condition.
Yeah, I'll leave it with you then. I'll get you the carnelian gold over the week.
Okay.
That's the goal.
I'll do that.
It.
Of course.
Feel free to quote me at some point.
I'll get a bit of an idea depending on the overall size of the carnelian that I'm working with, since the effort will correlate to the size of the overall engraving. Since material is being
about an inch and a half vertical. Inch.
So a lot of...
I'll get an exact measurement.
Mostly delicate matters. I'll figure something out.
It's about the size of like a brooch or locket. Would be rather large for a locket, but...
Yes, it's more just about the level of detail in a relatively confined area to make sure that you can actually tell what the subject is. And then the pour, but I can do that. I'll give you an amount when I get a chance to look this over.
Of course. Apologies for the interruption.
No, you're fine. I'm mostly just looking for somebody. I have not had any luck in doing so, though, so...
Who are you looking for?
Felix.
Felix. Unfortunately, I don't think I know that individual. I've heard the name, I don't think I have the face.
It's alright.
Sorry, I couldn't help.
I'm sure they'll turn up eventually.
Have a good rest of your day.
I will try. Sorry, a bit late for that.
He was one of the people in the group. Again, I didn't stay long enough to actually listen in on whatever they were talking about, but they were just in their little corner. Sure, but yes, he was down there. He could likely grab them pretty easily.
The pocket watch. So a guy said, so there's a guy selling watches, and he said that this watch was indestructible. So I asked him, okay, if I can break that watch, will you give it to me, like, for cheaper? He's like, yeah. It's like, okay. It says I'll sell it to you for 50cc if you can break it. So I opened it up for him.
We shall be in touch. Thank you. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, of course.
That's raw. So many trinkets in Douglas.
Didn't cost me anything.
Thank you. That's. But yeah, no, I don't know where Rue is. You okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
You seem a little low, by the way.
I like the fit.
Yeah, good. Fine.
I'm just invisible to people until they need something. Let's have like a few.
Hello again.
Hello. I don't know why I think you would be in here. It's not like he goes in here for much reason.
Which means they kind of, by the end of it, they had learned most of what we could do. Yeah, well, fighting-wise, we didn't use much of our bigger spells on them. But by the end, we were only able to kill the one, and then the rest fled. So my advice would be, don't use anything you want to use against them. Until you do fight them, if you have to. Or pick them off before they can learn your abilities.
Got it.
Hello.
There's been a strange hooded man wandering around
Lunali?
town.
Yeah,
Apparently
around
he's
that
been
way.
hiding packages in the dirt.
Wait, what?
I heard he was eating
I'm
flowers.
going to go tell the military. No, I was wrong. He was hiding packages. He was speaking to himself just now.
Oh,
He just hid
great,
one over there
yeah.
by the institute.
Should... What's in it?
Where?
I don't know. I'm going to leave it to the military to dig it up, I think.
Good idea.
Hey, Lunali, I got a question for you. How are you feeling after all that?
About the usual, I would probably say.
Would you feel up to using your spell?
On what?
Your big... do you remember the possible learner pod we met?
Yes, what about
I
it?
think we should get some more information about it. It's...
That would be a little bit difficult considering it's not here.
You need to
I
be
need-
around them?
I need a physical focus that represents what I am putting my intent upon. Otherwise, it could completely go astray if I have even a slightest errant thought, which is frequent.
So would bliss work?
Well, bliss is not the pod, but there is that other matter. That said, I don't
I
know
just
how
think it's-
likely that would require their consent, of course. I'm not gonna just do it on them without telling them.
I'll ask her. I think it's important, especially if people are going to be doing this, going into it soon.
I have the energy for it. It's just a matter of people's willingness, and well, then I guess it'll be something that people actually need me for instead of thinking I'm in the way, so that'll be nice.
You're not in the way.
Not according to you, but that's fine.
Who said you're in the way? You're
being thrown out of the hospital and just trying to help people that were on the same mission as us.
To speak with you.
Okay.
It's unimportant. I wanted to find Felix to tell him about the vision because we talked about it previously, but I have not been able to find him. I'm just trying to find Felix. I need to tell him more detail about what I saw. It's a continuation of before.
He was with you when you were explaining. He kind of ran off, though. Okay,
I wanted to talk in more detail to him without people crowding me, but...
Right. Okay, I'll see if I can find Felix and send him your way. And in the meantime, I'll ask Blisk if she'd be willing.
If she does, I'll do it. Otherwise...
Thank you.
We'll just have to hope that they don't run into it.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Oh! Hi, Professor.
Hello, Scout. I'm no longer a professor.
Yeah, you are to me, sir.
That is General Valdris now.
That's fair. Sorry.
You may just call me Valdris if you like.
That? Nope, I cannot do that.
I can.
You are for Wardens now.
I know, but you're still... It's a... How do I say? Manners thing, sir. Yeah.
I'm teasing.
Oh, okay. Some people don't get it. Anyway. Right, I'm gonna go look for Rue, and I'm gonna look for Felix and Bliss. Thank you.
I believe that person was trying to speak to you.
Oh, sorry.
Is it open to the public?
Generally, I believe that is up to the head that has. I don't know if he is.
He's likely still in there. I don't think I've seen him walking around since then.
I did not see him in there. He was with us and then he left. I'm not sure.
Unfortunately, there are often experiments going on inside that are dangerous. So it's not recommended to go in without chaperone at the very least.
It is a research institute.
Oh.
At least it is now.
Oh, Sylvester. Perhaps you know.
Shiloh asked about telling you about the frame. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is just have your core on you because you're light. As long as you're holding it, that beam projects out the front. The shimmer that it causes on the surface is related to what mana types are present in the illuminated area.
I see.
There's...
what was it called once more? What was it called once more?
We just kind of called it the mana frame. It's just this... It kind of just looks like a picture frame with nothing in it. Just be careful what you illuminate it on. Just make sure you pick it up with intent, because we've had things react a little bit strangely to it before, but usually it's pretty obvious what those things are.
Gotcha.
Did you see someone doing this somewhere else?
Thank you. Oh, did Mira give you the breakfast thing?
No.
I might actually have you go with
Even if she did, I wouldn't have taken it. I don't want it right now.
Please, if you have the time.
Okay, I'll keep it safe for you, okay? Valdris, I'm getting a shovel.
Very well.
I'm not that important right now. It's not needed.
Might not be a bad idea to see if you can go and give the military police a report it.
I'm pretty sure Hartley already found it, and military's right there, actually. So.
was a Marcus.
Something.
That's
an excellent question.
Sorry. It's okay.
Apparently Paz is in his office currently, last I heard, so not sure.
Made it just in time. I even had time to make a joke at Clara.
Everyone has time for that.
Okay.
Apologies. Seems like I interrupted you.
She might not have heard you. No, she's kind of dialed in, focused on something, so.
Okay.
That's why we were going this way to see if it's in there
Go in
somewhere.
there.
There's a lot of
Is it
people
happening?
going this way, so
everyone else went.
Alright then. Might as well give it a try.
I mean, maybe
Okay.
if
Yeah,
everyone
that sounds
just
bad.
compiles into one spot, it'll end up being there.
We make where the meeting by being there. That makes sense.
If the teacher doesn't
Clearly.
show up, you can leave.
Yeah, but what if I want to learn?
He hates being called teacher.
It definitely fits you.
Thanks.
Where did Talia and everything go?
Well,
What's happening today? So,
I think that's what I think I'm meant to lead that, but I don't know where we're supposed to meet about it. Oh.
That's a bit troublesome with the band leading into.
When I got back in town last night, I haven't had the chance to, talk to anyone about anything.
They scheduled a meeting on your first day back from a trip.
Well, it was impromptu. I think. Okay.
Yes, the barking you're hearing is my dogs. They're elsewhere in the house. Unfortunately, my room doesn't have enough sound dampening that if they start barking, you don't hear them. Used to be easier when they were like downstairs and stuff. Oh.
No. Well,
I've been checking every day.
I don't know how much of that you heard from beforehand, but it seemed like a continuation of stuff from before.
Had a guess, but I didn't want to crowd you and I needed to give you time to recover and process.
Well, recovering fine, processing fine. It's people matters that are a continual pain in my side, but that's unimportant right now.
I can imagine.
Given that it feels like a continuation of that time with the Duskbound relay, I'm pretty sure that location was somewhere amongst the Thunder Plains, considering the lightning strike.
Yes.
Which means that there's likely something of importance around the area with wherever those crystals are located. Because these were several stories tall, building-sized structures.
And a whole bunch of lightning.
It's starting to narrow in on the It's starting to narrow in on the location, I think.
There's one good thing, because I was worried about a Lord of Thunder being related to one of the Nine, and it being related to a certain hammer in the desert. But But the fact that it's not there and someone else,
I did not see a
alleviates my
hammer,
worry for
at
the most part.
least.
Yes, yes, that is good.
The most prominent structure was that several story tall green and purple crystal with the lightning crackling across it. It was surrounded by a bunch of other various colors of differing sizes, but that one was the most prominent of them.
Oh no, actually it is possible. If that's the possibility that I'm worried about, I'm... Okay, well, whatever. Okay, let's get into it. Let's go a little bit deeper.
Okay.
Okay, so... In August, Kaylin... Well, you know that I have very decent relations with Kaylin.
Yes.
He gave me a freebie, intending on baiting me into asking Lugan to make a deal to confirm whether or not it was the truth. I'm currently treating it as possibly both, but possibly neither, because I cannot confirm it. But it does lead credence to certain things. Because what Kaylin said was that the winner of the Light Sword battle was not Leviathan, but Thor. That when Thor won, he usurped Leviathan's throne. Meaning that in order to become Leviathan, to take his domain, he had to leave behind his own. That means the seat for a Lord of Thunder is open.
Oh, that's a problem.
This is presumably if he is telling the truth.
They seem to have a whole thing of whatever they do say is usually truthful, but it may not necessarily be the full extent of it.
Yes. So, I've been operating under two theories. Well, three. One, for some reason, that is Thor, and he's angry. Two, it is a magic beast. The third option is the more concerning one, because the implications of it is far greater than we could ever imagine. Something is claiming that throne.
I don't really
I thought
know.
it would be enough with the hammer, but
I don't really know if there'd be a way to verify this fact, and well, no, maybe there. I don't know what the cost of doing that would be, though.
It'd be probably a good idea.
Considering last time what got me more clarity and information was using the Luma Fate reaction with Axel. It's possible that it could be... It could see past the point where the lightning strike ended my vision and knocked me out of it.
So I suppose the concern is if the risk is worth taking. Currently, I don't think so.
Some of those possibilities seem rather problematic, though.
I know. Which is why I'm going to go through other avenues first.
Those are?
Well, for one, I think... Ooh. I have a few questions to ask my friends to confirm that what Kaylin was saying was the truth. There's another avenue that I could take, which is to
When I was out there, it turned into water when the toxic, how do you call it? Pollen
ask Unit 3.
from the tree hits the purple plant, it turns into
Or
as well.
if a self-delegation visits one of their nights.
We should research that in particular. That would be a really good way of renewable water source. Depending on if we can test what's in the water.
If they're old enough, they might be able to know. More importantly, considering the prophecy about a paladin whose name has rot. Maybe our paladin's a little bit closer than we expected.
Maybe. I just imagine that, given that this matter with Duskbound seems to be surrounding that location, the more we know about it, the better. Because whoever goes there may be walking into more than just people that are living off the grid.
Yes. Yeah. If you decide to take that risk, or if we decide it necessary, I'll be there to help best as I can. But I would prefer that that is not our first avenue. We don't need to rush into this.
Okay. That was all really.
No, maybe you're right. That's good. If Kaylin's telling the truth. And
Lunali. They said they'd do it, but there are conditions. Can you meet here in like 40 minutes?
Yeah, I can.
Awesome. I have to fulfill the last...
This has nothing to do with that, by the way.
Nothing to do with that. Yeah, you're fine. Okay, cool. I need to find one more person. Thank you.
But if it is the outcome that I'm most fearful of, that third outcome, maybe we might have to be faster.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, here's some chatter down the...
Yes, I'm going to check on someone else.
Oh, by the way, we did get seeds of the other two, if you haven't been told yet.
I was told. Thank you very much for that, by the way. Much appreciated. Also, I was told... I read a little bit on here. It was a fruit you brought back? From the tree?
Oh, the seeds were in a... The seeds from the, pink one were in a pod of sorts. We had to, shoot it down.
Oh, a pod.
Yeah, like a seed pod. The, rest of it around it, but the pod was really durable, so it just kind of... It took one of Osiris's shots head on.
You shot it down, and it still was good. Holy shit.
Yes.
This means it's very durable. That could be very...
It was a very, I think it was a very thick, pod of sorts around it. But it also wasn't, like, directly shoot. It was just trying to shoot it down so we didn't have to touch the tree, because...
Shot the branch instead of the...
Because it was...
Another thing to note, the purple plant is an antitoxin from what we realized. At least with a direct antitoxin from the poison tree. So
all
that might
the
be useful for brewing as well. Once we
all the mist in the area was a result of those two plants interacting with each other and aerosolizing.
Because the pollen, and then once the pollen reaches the purple plant, sorry, we don't have names for them yet. It turns into water, which makes the mist, as you've mentioned before.
Which, as I was telling him, we should, once we can manage to, we should test the water that is produced by that, because if it is safe enough to drink, or safe enough to
We haven't
boil
tested
and
that
drink,
yet.
it could be a wonderful renewable water source.
Does he or does he not have like a light poof?
Is this where the meeting's happening, or is this just where people are waiting?
This is where it's happening.
Okay.
I think he does.
Actual teleportation, or if
I
it's
think
just
he has some
phones.
kind of like, at least
only has
like a
4
light
light
version of
spells.
invisibility.
Yes, but that is not teleportation.
No. I'm not saying no. I'm saying like a way to get around. I'm not saying teleportation.
Are these seats reserved?
Technically, he
or
could set up
can
a
he
spell
just
to
stand
The
there?
one between Leon and Bliss is for
I'm gonna
Valdris.
steal Valdris' seat.
I wonder if he can take the
Oh, he'll
picture
love
of
that.
his clones. He can physically like manifest himself where that clone is present.
That is a highly mana intensive spell, so
It is
maybe,
Valdris though.
but it feels like it would be
No, couldn't put it past the title.
bad.
You've taken my seat. A bold choice.
Faniel.
We even
Can we
told
not
it.
go to the
You'll
cafe?
remember this during funding
Yeah.
meetings.
Pleasure. Helping out with Cargill, if I'm not mistaken, yeah?
Theodora's here, but I
Yeah, I'm
believe
handing the Magitech engineering side.
Bailey may
from-
take
from
some
now.
time, as
Oh,
well as
sure,
Private
okay.
Block. Apparently there's an investigation ongoing about an incident that took place.
I heard about that.
Oh, it escalated. I see.
Regardless, I believe, at least for now, this is happening.
This would be yes suitable. What? So where to start? I guess I
We have a
could
number
give
of
you-
things to go over. Do you want to start on your list, or shall I start on mine?
You in the back there?
Well, I figure I can give everyone the rundown. I wrote a brief dossier on the project, a research document. I've decided on an official name for the project as well.
Good.
Bailey's on the way.
I didn't want to ever ask. I thought it would be rude.
That's good.
Yes, we were
She
told
got
she was
grabbed.
caught up with the police.
Yep. Oh, right.
The project is being codenamed Iron Elytra,
I was here to observe.
and it is a project for standardized mana-enhanced combat platforms for auxiliary defense personnel. The purpose of Project Iron Elytra is to establish standardized modular combat platforms for auxiliary defense personnel utilizing clean mana technology. Building upon the success of the Clean Mana Initiative and the completion of the Scarab and Goliath chassis from Project Carapace, the program focuses on developing standardized combat equipment, magical weapon integration, and battlefield doctrines capable of being manufactured and deployed at scale. Rather than tailoring equipment to individual operators, Project Iron Elytra emphasizes interchangeable components, simplified logistics, and scalable production to maximize the effectiveness of non-Warden defensive forces against Magic-based threats. Well, in so many words, anyway.
Very sad.
To expand on that, we have 2 production-ready exosuit designs. They are the Scarab, which is a lightweight, highly mobile combat chassis intended for reconnaissance, rapid response, and agile battlefield operations. Prioritizes speed, endurance, and modular adaptability while maintaining sufficient protection for sustained engagements. And then there's the Goliath, which is a heavily armored assault chassis engineered for direct engagements with high threat targets. Reinforced structural components provide increased lifting capacity, superior protection, and compatibility with heavy weapon systems while sacrificing a bit of mobility for battlefield durability. Both of these chassis utilize the Clean Mana engines, providing stable, self-contained sources of magical energy independent of continuous spell casting, without the added logistical hindrance of dirty mana pollution. I've got a lot more written down, but I think that's a good primer to start.
Alright.
Is the Goliath name going to be confusing with the ones that are in Runewald under the same name?
I did see that there was some paper
I think
published
Leon's
recently.
patent came first.
It did. I don't know how much they'll, respect that.
Fortunately,
Considering what
Runewald
they built behind
is an ally. I'm sure we can pressure them.
Fair enough. I
Regardless,
don't mind changing it either. It's a lot, but
Yours
it's
is
hard
bigger.
finding a beetle name.
I would submit an idea, Leon.
Yeah.
the core principle, I believe, was that we were hoping to make 4 types of combat suits. These suites would be of the tank, gunner, fighter, and support variety. Since we have 2 exosuits, both, I believe, could fit for these. Perhaps a Goliath Type A could be used in the tank kit. A more lightweight, but still similarly durable Goliath Type B could be designed for the fighter kit. And then the Scarab could be used for both gunner and support to provide the aid while staying still lightweight.
I've thought of this a lot as well, sir, and I'm not sure how feasible this would be for mass production, but with enough modular parts laying around, it might be possible to allow people to choose their own base, so to say. For instance, if someone wants to be a support, but they want to be the kind of support that specializes in, kind of like how I specialize in
defensive
being
walls.
support. Right, things like that. Maybe it would be worthwhile to let them choose their own base and then apply the standard kit on top of that.
So we need to find a means of giving them variety, so they can kind of.
We need to find a means of making the magic itself modular, I think.
Oh, the magic itself modular.
Well,
I have an idea.
Before we get into too many ideas, the basic way that these work is the chassis is hooked up to a clean mana engine, which is what powers the chassis. The modular parts that you can then put on afterwards further take from the channels of the runic engravings and are intended to power those aspects. For instance, if you wanted to hook up some kind of like a Gatling gun, for instance, it would pull from the power from the engine, but it wouldn't magically enhance the bullets or anything like that. It would just allow the gun to operate off of the same power source. I did also have an idea, or not, I didn't have an idea, but people have brought up ideas of how to insert quartz technology in a way that might possibly allow us to pull from the clean mana engines and power the quartz in order to give people replicatable spell effects, which we could then mass produce by encoding certain things, certain ways, if that makes sense.
Actually, where might Simon be? Do you know, Paz?
They're in the
With
break
the
room.
higher
I can
grade
grab them.
quartz, we had to use very rare powders
Yes, if you
to
could.
create permanent effects. There are other
I
methods of
believe-
enchanting we don't know anything about, though.
There was a recipe that was discovered for the Star Forge to produce armaments, a mana rifle of some sort. That was
Correct.
self-charging.
We have not produced an example of it yet, but Karguk
That
has
is
everything he
exactly
needs.
why I had Paz go to get Simon.
Okay,
Simon,
good.
could you please have a seat?
Right. So if we can get those mana rifles dished out, that might be a real proper
Simon, I
solution.
believe
to
you
all
were
that.
ahead over the
Not just for
mono
the
Regular
rifle.
design onto the frame.
Other projects.
Is that correct?
Yes, it was from
It
that
would lower the cost of
drive that you
production to just
had
the
me
ore,
look through
too,
a while back.
which is very good.
I believe
Mhm.
that
Because it freezes.
if we were to work in tandem with Simon's project on the mana rifles, that could very well supplement our gunner suite.
I believe so, yes. I'd spoken to Simon about this as well. I believe it's completely feasible in order to essentially lock down the gunner class, yeah.
To that end, actually, if we have within our means a design that can inherently imply magic into it in these mana rifles, perhaps we can reverse engineer it to make, say, a shield, or a
That was my
staff,
hope as
or
well.
a sword.
That was the intent once we managed to get a functional prototype.
I still have my notes from when we were deciphering the whole codex. I can see if I can try to trace back the symbology and reorient it. I'd have to see how it functions first with the first fabrication to understand what part does what.
I know we relied upon a forge master from Sylph to train up the one we have in Reinhold. Do they perhaps have any codex resources they would be willing to share with us?
I have never heard of these codexes before, outside of the one that was left within our studies that Simon and Lunali and the rest of them deciphered. So this seems like older information. But given that we have it within our possession, and we have a lot of bright minds here among us, I'm sure we could try and reverse engineer it away.
Once we get a proper understanding of how the guts of these mana weapons work, if we can start dishing that out to different variants or shields, swords, I mean, there's really not much that can stop us.
We may have an alternative for already. Remember in the respite, Canvir, the armaments that we discovered alongside Canvir.
Right.
Well, that requires us to know how to make it.
Elemental ore with unknown properties, though, so we'd just have to reverse engineer that as well.
Yeah, but it's another elemental ore mixture. We can kind of go back and forth on that and figure it out. We did it for the pure engines, we can do it for that.
But it sounds like the logical through point now would be starting with the mono rifle deconstruction, because that will then open up the modular nature of what these frames need to do. If there are things that can then be expanded upon, like what we found, that can come at a later time in another revision, per se. But this needs to be something that can be presented as is now.
Since we have all the parts, so to speak, then, to make our gunner suite, potentially, perhaps that can be our first goal. Setting up a chassis and a testing, perhaps with Private Locke, since he has offered his services from the military to serve as a test pilot of our first suite. We can organize to have a mono rifle made with Karguk and Simon, and see if we can find a way to connect it to the chassis itself for personalized use.
Sounds very doable. A good
It
first
may
step.
be
And plus, if we have practical application with the military, it'll go a much further distance trying to sell it to anyone else.
Agree.
It may be worthwhile to have Paz assist Simon in delving the Al Hadid data shard. It was a very scientifically advanced city, so it may have insight into whatever language is used in the codex.
I already helped with another project that was sifting through some data from there, so happily do so, though Simon is very adept at leading that language by himself, but another pair of eyes doesn't hurt.
Certainly not, especially as we're looking for these complex codexes that will need deciphering whether we find them or not.
We've been to many dig sites. Perhaps it will spark some memory.
Guess I'll ask this, Leon. Are there any parts of the carapace that you do not think will be easily replicatable for mass production?
I think the hardest part is making sure all the runic engravings are correct. And that'll have the most oversight, I think. It's a hard thing to automate.
The engravings will need to be specific to the part that they're built on there, since the intent is vessel specific as well.
The designs I do have allowed them to be interchangeable, but the physical act of engraving it all is a lot.
In that case,
You're going to say, Theo?
If they're modular and you tend to lock and work together, I think I could help with that in particular. Given my studies with runic circles and all the sorts, I think it combines quite well.
If you could find a way to streamline the runic application, then be my guest.
I did it for my arms, so by all means have a look.
I actually do have an idea about that. A rather archaic one, but a possible one. Runic stencils. It's something that hasn't been used in quite some time, because no one's had to mass produce runecraft in such a scale. But if we made plates that anyone could draw upon in the shape of the runes that are required. They would simply just have to go down the line and use the stencil itself to print it where it needs to go. Yes, Theodore.
Might I do that? I think I can do that quite easily. Make the
Do we
stencils in.
produce them or procure them?
Since the runes are particular to what Leon has been working on, it might be better if he produced them alongside Theodore, just to make sure they're correct.
Of course.
Agreed.
I can show you how they implemented, and we can make them together.
Sounds good.
In the meantime, I was actually going to turn it over to you as well. If our forge workers could work on, with Simon and Kargak obviously, actually creating this mono rifle so we can review it fully.
I'll pass along the message. I was, quite frankly, rather surprised it hadn't been prioritized given the initial implementation in the military, but...
We've been busy.
When we had originally finished... When we originally finished the codex deciphering, Karkuk was not available for various reasons. We were unable to attain his services, for that matter.
Yeah, so we can circle back to it now.
As for... This will probably make most sense to those who are in Linnaeus recently. The method that I used to get information with the machine we got at the end, I could possibly use it to try to attain insight onto how the codex we have was created, and it'll give us an insight on where to look for either more examples or how to make our own modifications to it.
We have one additional breakthrough that I haven't revealed yet, and that I would like to test on this first suite.
Mm-hmm.
The same individuals who have been working on our arcane core program have been able to create what I will call an arcane store. It can hold within it one spell that can be replicatable. And it can use this spell.
Okay.
That
It
solves
can
the
use
support
this
then.
spell a number of times a day before it must recharge. But if we can put two of these on each suite, we may be able to give each of them unique spells. Though we would want to probably make this as well
semi-standardized.
mass producible. So we will need to decide what spells we want each suite to have.
We talked about that briefly, actually. Keep it basic. Basic and reliable. Pushbacks, waves, just overall elemental things that you can depend on out there in the field.
Healing.
Obviously, for the support, healing ones, things like that. Bubbles for defense, for tanks, things of the sort. Simple, reliable.
Question on these stores.
Since we are working first on the gunner, perhaps we can try and decide the spells on that one first. You had a question on the stores.
Yes. When they copy spells, do they function similar to the spell that Hartley uses, where it changes the elemental property to that of unaspected arcane? Or does it matter
I wouldn't
what it
necessarily
copies?
Call it a copy. Unlike a core, unlike the cores, the encoding on these cannot be erased. Once you imprint upon it, it will break apart if you try to erase it. So
you set it,
only one
forget it.
spell can be set it.
So it's like triplicate.
Which is why we need to make sure we're not wasting it with spells we don't know don't work. And why
I would
I believe
also-
mass-produced spells make more sense. Yes,
I would
boss.
also recommend that if you're going to work with arcane cores, you speak to ones who have been using them so far. You might have a little bit more insight about some of the nuances of what's been working well and what hasn't.
Yes, these devices, at least tested so far, as you were asking, do seem to provide arcane responses, not direct elemental responses. Though, given what we know with Osiris's core, perhaps we could copy an element in the purpose as we're doing it. But that would lock all of those into that element if we're mass producing them. So, for example, if we thought light healing was more beneficial than just arcane healing, we could set all of our supports to have light healing.
But that would render it unusable for any race that cannot take light mana.
Correct.
So the arcane healing might be more practical.
Mm-hmm.
So for that sake, the two spells I would recommend as a gunner myself would possibly be first, obviously, a charge shot type ability. Something that's heavier hitting than your normal fire. And then potentially some sort of boost movement ability.
A mobility escape. I can attest to it. Saves my ass more times than I can count.
I was gonna say mobility escape or a pushback to get you out of a sticky situation.
It truly depends on what you're... Go ahead.
With the increased appearances of the strange blue magibeasts that will eat any spell thrown at them, I think preserving a mundane bullet aspect to the gunner class is imperative as well. Even
That
with
is something I wanted to bring up. There's an option you have to discern with making these mass produced, and if they are imbuing bullets for people who already know how to use them, that is the easiest way to apply this type for the gunner specifically. The military is already training with conventional firearm. You tell them it's just imbued with some magic on top of that, they already know how to use it. And if they do, in the freak instance, encounter these things, they can dispatch them as well with ease, from what we have seen. But that would also mean that they cannot be...
see if it uses a conventional firing mechanism of any sort. From my understanding,
That is
looking
only
at
the assumption,
codex,
yes.
they produced a magical output, and therefore could not be used against these mana gorges
Simon.
that we've encountered.
Do you
Stocking
think
a
that's something
secondary
you
firearm
can
may
work
be
into your
imperative
plans?
then, just in case.
Most members of the military
Assuming once we do start reverse engineering the runecraft, it would just be as simple as applying the magic to a physical bullet rather than producing a spell effect. If I understand correctly.
It wouldn't be too different than...
We would need to know the intent of what the modification is before any alterations could be considered. How complicated that would be.
The deeps of the
Go ahead,
caravans,
Leo.
like if they're out in the waste for a long time and they run out of ammunition, if they lose access to the magics, I think it's a far easier solution, as was said earlier, to just have two firearms, a sidearm of regular and magically a magic shot.
So they can be
The other
out of
avenue-
mana or out of bullets, but not out of options.
The other avenue when it will come to the gunner specific is, like what Vol just said, it could be a charge shot, or do you want them to be more of an area of effect, like someone who uses a shotgun or a low rate of fire? There are other variations you can decide upon rather than just a single target output, which in our case is very effective for what we do, but we have more at our disposal than what they will.
What about...
But
since the suits are modular, what if we were able to produce two different kinds of guns? One, a more standard rifle, like something a designated marksman would use, for instance, for taking shots at high-value targets, and another one that's more like meant for suppressing fire, or maybe a bigger rounded barrel.
Something
shoots
automatic.
multiple- Yeah.
I recommend
Like
something
what
automatic or
Trudy
a
had
shotgun.
used in the simulacrum.
I am
An
biased.
automatic
There are a
rifle.
couple options from Ironheim that would fit that. We have a weapon called a street sweeper for that. Very lightweight.
It may behoove us to take some time to go through a
I mean,
catalog then.
That would still require some modifications to the base rifle recipe.
First, we will have to test the base components first. If we can do an imbued version, that would be great as well. But if not, we will revert to something else when the time comes.
Having said
But
that,
these are things to think about.
it is likely easier to change the codex from one gun type to another than from gun to sword. So it can be used as practice for us to figure out how these codexes work in the Starforge.
I'd say start there, yeah.
I'm willing to take that up. We just need to know what we want to change it to.
Well, I believe the last bit that would be actually solidifying the spells. I know Bliss had a couple of ideas as well, yes?
It would really come down to how many are being dispatched together as a group, and what type of support we wish to build, because healing is an option, but there are different types of supports. Buffing, debuffing, things along those lines. So do we want a healer, or do we want a support? Would be our question, really.
Given that we only have the 4 classes, means we are eliminating Specialist and Caster, because their abilities are a bit hard to replicate with what we have. I think it might make sense for the support to have healing and perhaps some sort of buff ability. In my thoughts. Because we won't have a caster or specialist to provide other things such as that.
Could I make a quick suggestion for the support kit?
Yes.
When Arlo was with us, he was able to create a suppression field for presence against magic beasts. That may be suitable for a support chassis.
It's the idea you want them to hide, but where exactly do you see these being deployed, Leon? With Caravan Guard or more so city defense? It could be both, but where do you want to angle it first?
I want to make sure that wherever they are, these spells are useful to them. That they can use them for survivability. Personally, for a support, I believe healing is definitely paramount. And perhaps, maybe I'm biased, but a bubble shield.
I was just about to say, giving a good place for cover when you are healing is very important for support. And I believe you, Leon, actually have a spell that we could model the support shield after.
Yes, I don't know when you speak of.
The reason I ask questions like this, Leon, is because the frames you're given into, and from my experience, city defense, if you give them options that they're already on a fundamental level aware of how they would work, it will be easier for them to use. So like a support being a combat medic with healing, they'll instantly know how this is going to work and how to operate as such, rather than giving them something new and maybe not being as familiar with it because they're not a warden.
Something did
There
come
are
to
avenues
mind,
this
though.
to make it easier for adoption.
Because these suits are essentially making the combatant both their own body as well as the mechanized components of it, would considerations be needed for those who are going to be in, I guess, the tank and fighter class models that would be needing to address healing both the pilot as well as the suit?
That would take 2 separate spells.
Yeah, it's
That's still a problem to consider, because even if the pilot's okay, if the suit goes down, they're just as in trouble.
That is a question they would ask.
Scout.
Separate spells.
It would be a healing and a mending spell. In that case, the one.
I got distracted. That was going to be my point. That we are also, we're not considering the forged as well. My apologies.
Mending is also useful for caravans if they break down.
Yes, there's a different purpose: fortifying or repairing doors,
And repairing the
vehicles.
suits themselves.
A type H and a type M support model, one for healing, one for mending.
Not a bad idea.
Maybe it might make more sense.
And a
We're
type
gonna have
H
a lot of
Give
variety.
seconds.
Sounds like.
Yeah, true.
To limit the varieties, to give the gunner a mending ability.
So they could
Gunners
be-
stay in the back line and can mend, and then supports can be your combat medics who run up, put a shield down, and heal.
They aren't restricted to our tunings. That would help.
Yes.
At least not to my understanding
The
of it.
gunners
That
with
would
the mana
alleviate.
rifles would have a spell
True.
slot available.
Correct. Yes,
Does
Scout?
that mean you would take away that kind of shielding ability from the tanks, or would they just have a different type?
They would probably have something like a mage armor. What I was
Correct.
thinking.
Something perhaps like bonus.
Something that keeps them in the front line while the support could bubble and mend who they need to.
Yes.
Or a gunner in the back line mending something as needed. Keeps everybody occupied, not in one spot, or heavily reliant on one specific person. It does even out the load as well, which helps with the modular design. Besides, weapon maintenance on a gunner goes hand in hand. They know what that means.
True.
Depending on how you created the mending as well, they could be able to solve their own ammunition problem.
Fabricate.
Maybe.
Fabricate, indeed.
As someone who has a mending spell, I can only mend what I know and what I see. I can only mend as much as I know how to actually fix.
Ader can make up for lost material with his sand.
Stretching my neck.
We could seek his guidance.
My first spell is all about fabrication. The spell is literally called Fabricate.
Does
You
it work
have
the
the-
material?
I manipulate light and turn it into a solid substance, and then make objects out of it.
That is slightly different from the fabricate we are referring to from Unit 3
I'm
and
aware,
Ader.
but
Yes. If we were trying to make a kit that can be used against beings like the Mana Gorges, then if the gunners had on them, for example, iron, they could fabricate new kinetic bullets if they required them to use in their rifle in times that they needed it.
Emergency
So long as
ammo.
they
Yeah,
catch
it could work.
One, I suppose, template bullet.
Exactly.
Sounds
And
like
a similar fabricate could also be used for mending carapaces that are broken in the field, so that they can mend the carapaces themselves, and they can serve as the mechanic while the healers fix the body. The gunners can fix the mechanisms and the forge.
I'm inclined to agree it's a good setup.
Alright, nothing there seems too terribly unfeasible by any means.
We just need then to discuss how our tanks and fighters will work.
Perhaps we should start with the fighter, and then we can figure out how the tank would best fit into the entire formation.
I would agree.
Do you want
I think we still got
your...
plenty of time to figure.
When it comes to the fighter, do you want them up close and personal or sort of at a distance? What I mean by that meaning, do you want them a one-handed weapon, or do you want them at a distance with a two-handed weapon so they have a little bit of safety and the heightened physicality that it would come with? So they're not all the way up close and personal like a tank might be?
I'm
There's a bit
thinking
we can
some
play around
kind
here
of-
with this.
Trying to think of a good example off the top of my head. But essentially someone that can be flexible, the formation, can take some hits, and can deal a lot of damage. But don't
Polearm may be
necessarily
most
excel
suitable
in
then.
Some kind of
I was
lance
going to
or
say,
something like that. Or if you want them...
maybe useful.
Or a large hammer if you want them to crush something instead. Depends on
Well, I
what
think
kind of
the-
weapon you want them to have.
Maybe gauntlets like Clara.
I think the weapons themselves, again, we might be able to come up with a few modular designs for the weapons. So if someone's more comfortable with a sword or a hammer or something like that, they can take that into account.
I think we should definitely figure out the loadouts of these weapons you have.
Well,
Yeah, let's
if you're wanting a
and
flexible
then we can build
weapon,
spells from there.
we did get schematics for a particular dwarven polearm from the ruins that might be able to apply. It has the spear tip as well as a heavy axe blade on it.
I don't want to get us. I don't want to interrupt anybody, but I do feel like we're getting lost in the raids. The issue right now isn't what weapon they should use; it's what spell effects are going to be best for the formation.
Correct.
I suppose something that can imbue mana into a weapon. That way, regardless of the material, it can still be effective against standard
I was
magic.
gonna say, you can never go wrong with just enhancing a weapon with magical traits, or even one that can create slashes and things of the sort for kind of a short to, not medium obviously, but like closer range swing.
If not enhancing
even though it keeps the beast at bay for a few
armaments,
seconds.
enhancing the character
Could actually do one better.
enhancing its mobility, for example.
There are conjure weapons. It's a spell that you can use. They could create an elemental weapon, one that
I
is
could help
suited
with
to
that.
them. Theodore does that already.
That seems a bit complicated for one of these arcane stores, but we'll see if we can make it work.
Would that affect how much power it can, how many times it can cast that ability from the
I
store?
don't know how far these things can go.
As far as I can tell, it's a matter of how many it can cast a spell per day. So they may have it for 3 times a day, but they'll have it.
So long as they don't
times they're out.
dissipate it,
They don't dissipate
Now
it.
the weapon.
What do we know the limitations of the engines currently?
For Leon's proposed carapace.
How long
quite
does
a
it
few.
last?
Been identified as 4 specialties.
Well, we don't have
fighter,
we don't have
caster,
field-rated numbers for
brought
that
up
yet,
the
but the energy that
rifles we
they
hope to
provide are
produce,
quite substantial,
efforts
and the
that may be
design of the suits
undertaken
themselves
to
are quite
reverse engineer
efficient.
and see if we can
We've got some leeway.
similarly produce
I was gonna say that's what's gonna be
inherently
powering the
magical
big
weapons.
suits out there. So
indeed,
they've got the juice.
Those efforts will be spearheaded by others.
I believe, well, unless anyone else has any suggestions for the spell kit for a fighter.
Damage absorption and then redirection.
That would be interesting.
However, it can
That
only
might
take
be more
one
fitting
spell,
for the tank.
and trying to erase it or re-encode it would destroy
Elemental
it.
concussion,
Depends what
like when
type
they
of
smash
tank
into
we
something,
want.
that's always reliable too.
Something to increase the power of the hits.
Bingo.
Isaac,
It would be good for
can I grab you for 5 seconds to consult on something?
I'll be right back.
While the tank's busy dealing with taking damage and
For
directing
more
attention,
versatility.
it might be good to give the fighter to give the fighter the pushback. Perhaps.
Not a bad idea.
That is fair. Especially if they're going
I'm
to be
also
holding
very,
the
very
flames.
biased on something.
You know how
I'm just
a large
saying, we use
mechanical
Force a lot
frame
for a reason.
would move,
Gun blades.
where
Just
it
saying,
falls
you kill
short
2 birds with
and
1
where it
stone
can be
right there.
optimized.
Right.
Perhaps something that I know most fighters use and something that would aid, even as the carapace, is a personal buff ability. Strength and movement is
Yeah,
a
but the
very
whole idea of
common
the carapace
fighter
is it
buff.
enhances normal traits so you can contain with
He
magic beasts in
doesn't
the first
hurt
place.
himself the way you do.
I think that's kind of a waste for what's already going on, and you already mentioned the support might have a buff of some sort, right?
Well, we decided the support would have the shield, the
Shield.
dome shield, and the healing.
Heal, right? So it's dome, heal, enhance
Gunner
range,
will have
or potentially
mending,
Theodore, can I
charge
grab you just
shot.
for a moment? Just for a
Okay.
moment. I'm sorry for all of your research is
right.
being grabbed right now.
What?
No damn respect.
Right. Well, if we're able to get the Colt's
Apologies.
weaponry working, if we find a way to change the way it works, to modulate it into different weapons, we could simply use quartz to give all of the classes some kind of elemental weapon or arcane weapon without having to use up one of the slots.
Quartz is very fragile.
Currently would not be practical for that in its current state. The two states that we understand of it are either a 1 minute maximum, so it'd have to be an emergency weapon at most.
I think he
or
meant
the
using
stable
the
superior
starboard
quartz
to create.
Oh, those ones. Okay.
Right,
Yes.
yes. So pending that, I think.
With that
There's a
being
lot of
said, I think a
questions we still
pushback
have, I guess.
makes a lot of sense for a fighter. Perhaps a wave
I agree.
attack that will do damage and push back.
That sounds good.
As for the second ability, fighters might end up being our finishers, so perhaps some sort of heavy strike that they could use might be good for a second ability.
Right.
We do have a rune of striking.
We do have a rune of strike.
That we
The
do.
spear from the fire shrine.
All right.
From
then
Gaimog.
We'll run with that for now, and see what's feasible there. We can always revisit these as the time permits.
I guess the last to think on would be tank. Tentatively.
Bailey is the best expert in that. Her own arms, at
Daddy.
least in half, reflects
Sorry for being
much
late.
of what is hoped for
So,
the carapace, I believe.
I do think a mage armor does make a lot of sense, just to add to their own personal defense.
You can tell
Much
me
of
how
what-
you like it in Linnaeus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Much of what makes my arms useful is the fact that I don't always have to rely on mana. So yeah, if you're building it tough, and then you got something like that to help, yeah, that would be probably what I'd suggest. We can talk about the weeds on the caravan.
Right.
Keep in mind, these are not
true, yeah.
necessarily meant for heavy core users. They're not meant for warden use. They're meant for more ordinary folk.
Excuse
So
me.
whatever it is, you're gonna want to make it simple to know how to use and learn.
Fill you in later.
So then our last spell for tanks, if we have a mage armor.
Wall. Again, keep it simple.
Wall barrier of some variety.
Only one or two?
Yes. They've been. The cores, the stores can only hold one, but we've come up with
Oh yeah, you missed
primary
that part.
and
There's a new.
One in each arm of the suit, basically.
We got a new doodad that lets it cast two
Oh,
spells
yeah.
potentially.
Then shields for sure. I don't like
I was
ones that
thinking.
don't move. I find them incredibly limited. The one that I have is really useful in the fact that you can
Yeah,
move with it. so
personal
that's what I would
shields
say.
of maybe the element. Not a bad idea.
Similar to what you
yeah.
have, but more.
Perhaps
Frontal.
A larger mobile shield that they could cast.
Yeah, a directional
move.
shield like
Anchor,
a riot
anchor to
shield.
an arm.
Yes.
Exactly.
like-
Anchor to
like
the
a
arm.
riot shield.
Your own arms, Leon, are
The
probably a
place of
good
the
template for
specific
the
mage
tank
armor,
set.
and then still
if
have
it's
the
used
walls
towards a
that
bigger
can
frame.
provide cover.
Right, yeah.
or
that makes
Bailey's.
sense.
Well, they could make
She has her
we could
sturdy
make the
ones.
Yes,
shield
both
that they
options are
deploy
very good
rather
for it.
large and be the wall itself. then they
Physically
can
restraining a
move it.
magic beast or lifting caravan equipment, lifting up debris.
On top of
I
the
think
shield,
that
they're
would
already
make
going
it
to
more
be
effective.
more heavy armored as well. So they're going to be a good thing to rally behind regardless.
They could
So if you
use
have
their
that wider
to guard
shield,
their
they can hide
team,
it.
and they'll have the major to guard themselves.
Yeah. Very straightforward response to that.
That seems very fitting, actually.
I thought it would be
Well,
helpful to note it all down.
I think we have a good place to start then. Are there any other notes we need to go over before we set off duties?
Let me see here.
Go ahead. He's got one.
Just speaking up on my specialty, since the tactical and casting elements of all this somewhat goes over my head, I haven't really been brought up to date on the Starforge as of yet, but designing machines That is what I do. So if you need someone to work on a rune stenciling machine, you said? Bespoke
I
design
had an
for
idea
guy
about
is
that actually.
What I do.
I think you, me, and Theo should talk about. I've got an idea. We'll cook up on that.
In that
Can't
case,
cast, but I can automate.
if we could have perhaps yourself and Scout working on the machine itself, Theo, Marcus, and Leon working on the stencils, myself, Bliss, and Isaac can have a look at the runes required for these spells, while the rest of our individuals here are working on the codex. And Bailey can join us on the mechanized portion with our
What I'm trying to
mechs.
do.
Does that divvying up of labor seem good to you, Leon?
Some accordance here. Need some of my notes briefly. If there's anything we're not thinking of.
Blaze checking that. Who am I working on the shield with?
You'll be working on the stencil machine with Bailey, and I apologize, I don't know if I caught your name.
Vanille.
Vanilla Fresco.
And yeah.
I think that's everything in order.
Alright, teams are on there.
Excellent.
We've got a lot of work to do over the next coming weeks, but I think we're going to have a good run of things.
That keeps me busy while people are going having fun.
Isaac. Anything else?
Nothing from me.
Perfect time on you two.
Good.
Excellent.
We will dismiss
Well,
them.
just
Excellent.
before you take off, I got a
Of
quick
course.
question for you.
Of course.
Let's go a little bit.
I didn't intend on it. Dude, showing up late.
Well, time to go to the
Isaac.
doctor.
I was about to say, are we still doing stuff? We keep getting barked at to leave.
So,
I'm not loitering around.
Who's yelling at you to leave?
Steiner was saying that we shouldn't be loitering around doing nothing.
You'll be kept busy.
Well, tell Steiner to suck my dick. I've got a key to the goddamn facility if I need to.
Hands out.
That's what he was trying to guess.
The buildings you can use towards Alamo.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright. You want in on this, by the way?
Going over my
Sure,
head.
I'll take a peek.
I have no idea what
Cool.
I think
I'm
I
gonna
know
go
what's about
gather
to happen.
the team.
I have drawn up.
The arcane stores are.
I'll
muted
find
in
Isaac
us,
some point during the week
but
to look over.
Noted.
I'll have a look at his encoding.
Capacity so far. By some
I just need to find Shaka's having a conversation with someone.
experimental.
Shaka?
I found it.
Yeah.
We gotta grab that.
Oh,
Sounds as if they were mass produced.
I'll explain in a minute.
I don't
Okay.
think it's mass producible.
I'll grab them.
Mhm.
In the soil. So it was premeditated.
Time will tell.
I think he went
We don't know.
The process
I don't know if it's related. It'd be a little too stupid if it was, because it was very plain as day. And Hartley also caught that they were going to the East District next, so I don't know.
Apparently it's the whatever. You doing it? We're doing
Okay.
it.
We're gonna go do it at the hospital since they're taking the time here, so.
Okay. I'm being pulled elsewhere, but yeah, I've been informed.
A little bit, but
Arcane
I'm basically free.
Hey, main
Short
credit.
trip.
I've been informed. I told Valdris to touch base with Dylan if you couldn't find me about that too. But if you have more about it, he's right in there. If you want to just give it to him yourself.
Sorry.
Vultures is also right there.
You got it.
Heard that saying. Sorry. Was that
Star
too
in
much?
charge of the Star Force.
Cross my hope. Listen in on the discussion. It doesn't seem there's any specific facts that they want me to assist with for this. So my part will just be afterwards.
I'm Ruth back to.
Do you want to know about work?
See what else they can be applied to.
Where did this go?
Guess not.
My hope would be to apply towards the caravan craft and eventually Alouette as well. But we'll have to see how things develop.
Let me get all the attention around you.
Looking so my mask will fit
Is it a vehicle weapon? You mean?
Yes.
Most caravans have
Yes.
some sort of
We have a
defensive
contact
mechanism.
who is pursuing some more on that end that's connected to the Bloodhounds from Edmund. No, the Warhounds. remnants, yes. They would be the best, best teacher for that sort of thing.
But this time it should only be
From what's already
available. It's not the whole crown, it's just the... Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Well, otherwise we'd only have small arms fire available, which is insufficient for anything beyond pods.
I get back.
And even heavier vehicles like tanks are still insufficient against Magic.
Stretching my muscles and doing stuff.
Steiner was trying to kick us all out while we were waiting.
Oh,
Get out, sundown, all blocks.
Honestly.
When everything is said and done, we can stop
We're
it.
trying
But
to...
until then,
We're waiting for the victim to finish walking.
I have no idea.
I believe Bailey is
Yeah.
present with Kane. I think they left out that way.
This part too.
I thought we were doing
No, you were looking for him, weren't you?
We have so
No,
much
he said we
fucking
needed to talk about something.
Oh.
We do.
But I am
There's
also.
a lot of things that the next group that goes in needs to be aware of.
I really need to get Corey to show me around the damn forge. That is apparently important.
I do have the report, so I'll make sure.
From the time spent working on building the thing, yeah, it's a lot.
We're going in there?
One moment. Oh, no.
I first heard about these rifles weeks ago, and I was very surprised that they hadn't even
We also need the magi.
we've tried to
Mm.
The magic frame.
Anyone else feed me? Right.
I'd recommend someone other than you hold it so that it's not shining light the whole time while you're moving it. It doesn't really have a switch on it, and it didn't take intent.
I only had this planned for today.
Okay, and what were you saying?
I'd wrap it in something before carrying it around because direct contact, it's not really intent. Once you're in contact with it, it shines. But,
Research wings are already taken up by library research, and we don't want to impose on that.
if I remember correctly, it's,
We know that ferret will be very territorial.
Alright, then I will. We're gonna do it. Sounds like.
I have no idea.
keep it in the wrapping until you need it. The side with the engravings is the side you face away from you.
Okay.
The beam doesn't harm anything as far as I'm aware, but, it's hard to really have direct notes. The colors that come from things are about what you expect for elements. Heart Gold in particular, I think, had gold and green as the two colors that showed up. But you can verify off the piece of Heart Gold as an example.
Understood. And probably have someone else do this, right?
Well, no, you have to be the one to do it. It only works for light core users.
We're gonna do it here in the research wing over there. Judas is gonna help oversee everything. I'm gonna go grab.
But yeah, anyone can see the sparkles off of it. It's just only a light core user can activate it. So.
Understood. Gotcha.
We're using the light frame again?
For whatever they're doing, I was asked to explain it to her.
For the shiny rock.
Lunali, can you
Yes.
change the foci cell inside of the
We're using it now. Not my problem.
The microscope?
I'm losing it right now. Yes, please, thank you.
Yeah? Well, is something wrong with it?
It just... No, it just, you know, they go out pretty quickly. We've been using it for a while now. So.
Stable.
Okay.
It goes in the, little yellow part down the bottom. I've already opened it.
Yeah, I remember.
Interacting elements and pointing them in a more useful direction.
Take a step into the break room.
1 second.
Beyond me, and this thing is somewhat blending the line.
I see. Your name again, sir? Oh, apologies. Magitech engineer on board with the institute.
Okay.
Break room.
Weeks
We're
ago.
gonna go to the break room.
Understood.
Well met.
Professor
Pleasure.
You're not a professor anymore.
If you force of habit.
And whenever you're ready, we'll be in the break rooms.
Yeah.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Presto.
Why do we have a statue of Nicotina in here?
It's not nicotine, it's a horse.
It looks.
Gotta be Nicotina.
I hear the mission went well, everyone. Good job.
Yes. I'm going to lower my voice and step near, but because, you know, these walls are a bit thin.
Oh, I'll
Yes.
lower my voice.
I think she got.
I guess Bliss, Shaka, and me and Lunali know what happened, but do you want to explain the desk? Or would you rather me? I do it.
I don't really even want to be here, but it's just that this needs to get done.
If you truly don't want to do this, we won't have to.
I don't care anymore. Just do what you want.
No. I don't want to force you to do something you don't want to do. And I get that I pressured you. Because I think it's important for both you and the team going in next. But ultimately, I don't want to just force you to do it. And I know Lunali would not in good conscience do this to someone who doesn't want to do it.
The Magibeast tethered itself to me on the mission.
Tethered to you?
If I focus, I see a gold thread up in my chest that leads me to this Magibeast.
It was a pod. A light aspected pod similar to the healer ones we've seen before, but over the course of time, it was observed that it had a mark of Persephone upon its front, and it was also not only unaggressive towards us, it was aiding us in the course of our expedition. It fought against other Magibeasts. It jumped in to heal those who were injured.
And at the end, it just kind of left. It evolved, I think, and left.
I believe it even spoke a few words in common before doing
it's
so.
saying words. It's a Gaia. So the hope would be to use the Nali spell to look into the tether and see if there is see essentially what this thing is and if it's a danger to the next group.
I would do it to the creature directly, but I need to be in physical proximity, so it is not an option available to me.
So let me get this straight. You encountered a learner Magibeast that somehow tethered to Bliss. You allowed it to heal you, and allowed it to evolve and escape.
I didn't allow it, it just started healing us.
And why did you not kill it on the spot?
Because the people that were more knowledgeable of Magibeast told us not to. And the last time I almost killed a Magibeast that someone told me not to, it was Adam.
Bijou said not to kill it.
They wanted to observe it further.
I have my arguments with that decision, but she is the one to go to then in that situation.
Using the spell on a magic beast, I also have concerns about.
That's why we're not using it on a match beast.
I wouldn't be able to do it without it
Whatever
here.
spell it's enacted on Bliss. I've never heard of a magic beast tethering to someone.
That's why I was pushing, because I don't know what danger that might cause to the people going this way.
As you know, the spell does not unravel anything. It gives insight as to its nature, what it is, and
Insight into our enemy, yes. Possible knowledge that could make you go insane. Or connect you to it, much like her.
And yet it is an unknown that the third group may run into, as there's good reason to believe it is still there. I appreciate the concern for my own health. If I were to have gone insane for my abilities, it would have happened long before now, with how many times I've had to see what is yet to come. At least in this case, I get to choose in an effort to help.
If the lot of you think this a wise idea, then I will not stop you.
Excuse me, I gotta change your. Whoa, careful there.
If
I'm trying to change shoe.
I suppose then.
No, change over here. You can change over there.
Once I start, I won't be able to stop, so if you don't want me to, now's the time to say it.
Don't care anymore, just do it.
Alright. Do you have the information, or do I need to ping for someone else? Given the nature of this one, it might take a bit longer to grasp at.
Dusk is still here. I'm just swapping to roll.
You're good.
Lunali with a 7. She senses a very thin connection between Bliss and something else far away, miles. You can expect it is indeed the tether they speak of. The tether is limp, thin, leading towards Port Linnaeus. Any more information, though,
seems to be obscured by either distance or its thinness. But this is confirmation she is connected to something else. That is all you will glean.
Seems
What did you see?
I can see the tether. Its direction still goes towards Linnaeus. And to what was on the other side before, but the rest is... The tether is weak. There's not much to grasp at, so most of the rest is obscured. But it is still there. That much I can say. So it is not out of the question that Group 3 would run into it. Whatever form it is in now.
At least confirms that she is connected to something, to it. My recommendation to all of you is to tell Team 3 that if they see this learner, Magic Beast, to destroy it. Though with what you've described, it seems to have maybe evolved, so spotting it might be all but impossible now.
It may still bear the mark of Persephone upon it still.
That would be the only clue then, yes.
And it would still likely be aspected to light.
That is my suggestion, though. If Biju disagrees, you might get her advice otherwise.
Okay.
What I know of learner types, they are special Magibis, the most dangerous. They will use every trick in the book to adapt, to learn, to fool. And allowing them to do so will prove your downfall. My entire squad was destroyed
on our little away trip, we
by a
found
lunar
something
beast
akin
we
to
let
what
go.
this is when we found
The
Hal
same
as
beast
well.
that turned into the unto void. The same beast which Hela and I retrieved my gravity core from. So talk amongst yourselves, debate which must be done. I'll leave it to you. Remember the enemy, everyone. They change with us. They find new ways to kill us. Even acting friendly.
What are the implications of this, do you think? I don't know. Maybe it's a ruin of access, passage, something. Oh, hello, sir.
I think it's
Hello, boys.
more than fair to leave out the specifics about the tether, but the markings and its element I don't think are
Good, great.
telling of anything.
Carry on.
Right.
Even though I will ignore you acting very suspicious.
Thank you.
Bliss.
What?
Do you want to be done with it?
I didn't even get 24 hours to process it before this happened, so I don't know what I want. And that's sort of the problem, isn't it?
Yeah. But they leave today. So, that's the only reason I rushed it. Deserve to have a say whether it's processed or not.
Tell them but leave out the tether. You obviously want to.
I don't care to tell them about the tether. Of course.
I'm not
What I
talking
need
about
to
the
know
tether,
is-
I'm talking about the beast. You obviously want to tell them. Just asking me to be nice.
Sure, I want to tell them, and that's why I'm asking you. I'm not asking just to be nice. I want the next team to be prepared for what they might come across. And if this is a learner magic beast that's dangerous, I would want to tell them yes. But I also wanted to confirm if it was tethered to you, if it was some danger to you. They killed it. Because I don't know how this stuff works. I don't know things the magic beasts like that.
Just tell them, Scout. I don't care anymore.
I'll go check on her.
Thank you.
This has been the theme of my whole day, I'm afraid. I try to help people and I've heard they push me away or it just
This wasn't on you,
hurts
this was
them.
me. And I don't know how we could have done this different. And we're kind of damned if we do, damned if we don't.
Even if it wasn't necessarily your idea, involvement still counts. This is the sort of thing that eats at me more than any worry that Dusk might have about me going insane. It's just being
stupid idea.
invisible
You're fine.
until
You just
someone
helped.
gets hurt or they need something from me.
You know, just a pod that apparently can talk. They didn't kill.
Shit.
That was a light pod. So, you know.
They be told about the pod already, but I'm gonna go talk to Bijou, see what she thinks about this, see if she agrees with his assessment.
Go ahead.
Come on, wanna come with me? You want some alone time?
I think so.
Okay.
Just wanted to help. Find a solution, alleviate worry, something. Every time it always just feels like people become more sad the more I involve myself in anything. It's just like Shamir. Why in a way are people resent what I try to do?
becoming
What the fuck is that?
far easier. I know.
What the heck is that?
It's
What is it leaking?
I don't want to be here anymore.
Wait,
Maybe it was a
you're right.
good thing I
think you did
broke
something
it.
like that.
God, she fucking signed it.
Yay, hi. She has
Lillian,
long tail,
tap me up.
ears, furry. Her name's
Don't
Juju.
step on it.
Seen her?
Yeah, be careful, be careful.
Careful. Recently. Thank you. That's okay. But then again, I only opened the window.
I swear I've had more like these this morning.
Okay.
No.
Sorry. Lunali, what kind of course do you have? Random question.
Light core.
Light core? Light. Okay. That's
Why?
something that would be very helpful.
No, that wouldn't be useful.
Looking for a couple individuals that have certain types of cores. We have a problem that needs a couple of solutions.
Particularly wind or something similar.
Wind, shield, antitoxin. Those are the three that we would best need.
Yeah. And it's no rush for today, but
There's some over there that have at least shields. I'll get out of your way.
Thank you, Lunali.
New development. The watches, some of them are exploding.
Are you?
It's probably good I don't have what they need. I'd just make it worse. Hmm?
Bye. I scare you.
No, I just heard the singing. I was not sure what it was. Oh. Okay.
Sorry if I spooked you.
No, I wasn't spooked, just didn't know what it was that I was hearing. I'll leave you be.
Or get rid of this after reading.
Bijou just letting you know it wasn't anything malicious, it was just poor case of chemical reaction. The watches are technically safe.
Maybe I am insane already and I just don't realize this is what it feels like. They always do say that the definition of it is trying the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. Isn't that what I'm doing?
Lunali. You said you had a method of extending the vision. Loom, correct?
It's somewhat of a theory, but I have been able to not only get a greater vision, but also share it with Axel when we brought forth the loom before.
How much did it cost you?
no more than the usual amount of exhaustion of experiencing a vision. I don't believe there was any other effects of it. Why has something changed?
I had more focus on that prophecy sooner than later.
There was something that Axel wanted to try sometime. The story of the loom does not just involve Persephone and Luna. It also was created by Gaia and Mortis as well. He wished to inquire help from both Theo and Marcus to potentially represent the additional two creators and see if a stronger or more stable reaction could occur. If that is the subject of intent, that could be part of it.
I think that might not be a bad idea. Because I am... You're right. We should be concerned about the possibility of what the Lord of Thunder could be. I was trying to wave it off, hoping it was something simpler. But I think it's better safe than sorry to confirm what it could be now rather than later.
Did something cause a change of heart about this? Usually, I usually expect you to be a bit more on the cautious side, considering what you said earlier. Not that I mind, I just am curious if you learned something recently that changed your perspective.
The 9 were created out of intent, and then they were given a name. Once you give something a name, it doesn't stop existing. It's taken up a space because that's how intent works. It's something conjured into existence. So there just can't be nothing there. Which means something has to replace it.
Okay.
I was... As I said before, I was hoping that this Lord of Thunder was simply just going to be a magic beast. That would be Calamity class. But with what we know about intent, it's better safe than sorry to find out whether or not we are witnessing the return of one of the 9. Whether it's in a form of something old or something new.
I could potentially combine the one that you've told me and my own and see if I can delve deeper into that. I do not know what specifically could arise from that, but now that I know what...
at risk, I'd ask that you rather not.
To my experience, it has not given me any further risks than the ones I am already accustomed to.
Then I thank you for your efforts.
I would simply just check if Axel has spoken with Marcus yet about the matter, as it would likely be if there is a beneficial nature to having all of those parts represented. It would give me the best odds of being able to... I don't know the best words to use here, but conduct the loom.
Proper. Yes.
It is fate that I look upon, and it is fate that weaves the threads. So...
Sorry for putting a lot on you.
No, it is okay. This is why I exist.
I suppose so. I'm going to burn every avenue that I have of my own.
And I'd at least like to be sought out and wanted for my abilities than rejected for them.
I suppose that's true.
Seeing as it's already happened more than enough in today alone, let alone the last couple of years. I do not think I will have the energy to do it today, of course, but...
I know. I wasn't asking you to.
Given that one of the ones I would need to ask if Axel is spoken to is heading out tonight. Assuming they do not perish in Linnaeus, I will need them back in the following week.
Things only get stranger and stranger. As we forgot to try and solve things again and again.
That is the nature of trying to unravel what has not yet happened.
I suppose so.
Dusk was worried that me just gazing upon the present and the past would be the reason that would cause me to go insane. For all I know, I already am. I just don't look it.
I suppose.
It makes no difference to me. If I'm alive, I need to have something that makes me useful to people. I don't want to be just in the way.
I feel the same way.
Then, assuming all goes well, I'll try to make plans for the coming week and see if I can't figure out a good way to approach this.
Burn my avenues as well.
I'll want your help with the specifics, though the reaction, unfortunately, you will not be able to help with.
Standing in the research bay.
Of course.
You all were standing there for quite some time.
Yeah, herd mentality's a hell of a thing.
Apparently.
Also did a little bit of training with Bailey.
It's kind of funny. Felix's mentality is in many ways unhealthy for Lunali's right now. However, it ironically is also actually was helpful to her in this time, because right now what she is hurting over is that one, people seem to only want her for her. They only want.
Will you be participating in the card game tournament during the festival?
Probably.
Then, since you got lucky that one time, if you win the tournament, I'll see fit to crush you myself. Show you the true power of the Fortis archetype deck.
Okay. I'll look forward to the tournament then.
Look forward to the end of your miserable existence.
Every day I look forward to that, it never comes.
You?
Hello.
You okay?
If I tell you yes, will you not press deeper onto it?
Do you feel comfortable talking?
About what?
Whatever's upsetting for you right now.
Most of the same. It has just been a lot of repeated pain points today. The ones that sting the most.
I understand.
Wanting to help people, being rejected, being told that I'm not enough and that I need to just get out of the way, trying to help, making people upset or hurt in the process, being invisible until someone either needs something or they have reason to be upset. The usual. It is all I've ever known back home, it's all I ever know here. Until someone needs me, I'm either useful or in the way. So, I'll go wait to be...
talking about yourself like that. No, that's not the case. I don't know what the conversation or what caused these pain points, but you're not anything like that. You're still here. You're still always important, even if it might not feel like it right away. Sometimes you just need to make sure that you're grounded. It's difficult to do that, especially whenever you have history of that. But it's okay. Come on. Let's step to the side for a moment. Try and get out.
Okay.
Now the issue may come down to communication, which it always does with nowadays. But no matter what, it'll all be alright. People don't see you as invisible or just some of your skills. Even if it might feel like it at times like this. And I know that my words only mean half of it because people can say that as many times as they want, but it still happens.
If you feel like you're being taken advantage of with use of your magic and your abilities, and it doesn't feel great, try to speak up. Say something. Stand up for yourself. Because you do not deserve to be treated like that.
It's more I would like to help, but then am
There's
either
nothing wrong with
shoved
helping,
away or yelled at for wanting to do something. And then if I do do something, even after being asked, then they get upset that I didn't do it well enough or that I did at all.
I can
Greetings, everyone. This is Nova Aurora General here in Lancaster, calling out everyone from Nova Aurora towards the headquarters so we can start our debrief. Please, if you have a chance, start making your way towards the headquarters.
We can be waiting.
We can be.
I don't.
This is
what I'm going to be saying.
I don't want to go to that anyways. It's just probably going to be more yelling.
It's not going to be yelling.
I'm pretty sure.
What do you consider yelling?
It doesn't have to be raised voices. It's just clear dissatisfaction with something that happened, even if it wasn't necessarily your choice.
That's
simply that you're there is enough to be part of it.
But to compare a disagreement to yelling isn't healthy for conflict. Complete avoidance of conflict just causes more.
It's what I'm used to.
Well,
just because you're used to it doesn't mean that you should go through it. I have to go there because I have something I need to be said to
Go
all
ahead.
people that I can.
I can hang
But-
back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're more than just your skills, Lunali.
I'm still here for you.
Whenever I'm out of this meeting, I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay.
You know, I will never make an excuse for someone treating somebody else poorly. I'd like to hope that the only reason they're talking to you like this is because they're stressed or scared. But even then, that should never be the case. Because you don't deserve to be talked to like that. Nobody does. And you don't deserve to feel this way. You have some incredible skills. Some things that not a lot of people can do. And although I'm glad that people see that and they're finding use, they should be treating you right.
They find
sorry
use
that
when
isn't
it
the case.
benefits them, but when I want to try to do it because I think it would help, then it's rejected. They only want to help if it's their idea. Otherwise, they don't want me.
I see what you mean. I'm sorry. I can't imagine how you feel. Horrible feeling.
That's why I
If
feel
they-
invisible. It's not even just the fact that people continually barreled into me today without even seeing me. So literally invisible. It's just... I tried to offer my help at the hospital. I'm shoved away.
Who shoved you away? You don't have to name names if you don't want to. That's okay.
It's not helpful.
You don't have to. I understand. Hospital work.
People making assumptions about my own state without letting me have a word for myself until I just give up and leave.
I'm sorry. That's unfair and horrible treatment. Any work that anybody puts in at the hospital is so deeply appreciated, you have no idea. Oftentimes, we're so backlogged back there, we just don't know what to do with ourselves. So the fact that you came in there and you offered a hand to them, I'm sorry I wasn't there to help in any way this morning, but the fact that you put yourself out there to help means the world. I really hope that whoever spoke to you like that and whoever talked to you like that won't dissuade you from helping us again if you feel like it. However,
Novara meeting.
yeah, I know. Thank you.
That dude was like, I think you said you play trading cards.
However, I think it's important. I know it can be hard, but I think it's important that you need to stand up for yourself. Speak up. You're not being treated fairly, tell them.
I try to.
knows?
No one's ever regarded my opinion before. They only care if it affects them. Otherwise,
People
I might
can
as well just
be-
stay silent.
Never. Don't ever let somebody silence you. I know that it can feel like you just might as well, like it's just easier to just stop, but don't ever let anybody silence you. Your voice is so important.
I
Even if
barely
people
have
make
a
it seem like it's
voice.
not. You have one now. You're using it with me? Your voice matters, and your voice is so important. I would hate to see someone silence that. I'm sorry that people are pushing you under the water when you try to speak up. That is unfair treatment, and nobody should be treated like that, especially as wardens. Everything you do here is of incredible value. As are your opinions, as are the things that you have to say. And you know what? If people keep silencing you, maybe they don't deserve the gifts that you have. If I were you,
But then
and I'm
why
not,
do I even exist if I can't help people?
there's a difference between helping people and... There's a difference between your want to help people and others' want for you to do things to help them. If you understand what I mean? Deep down, and you do all of this, you go out there, you listen to these people that are treating you horribly and stuff because you want to help people. And that's beautiful. That's what being a warden is about. It's not always about fighting. It's not always about, hey,
You guys know that
go
there's
here.
a war meeting, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we do. We'll be there in a minute. Yeah, of course.
Is it a full Nova debrief or just like
Full Nova debrief.
Okay,
But we'll be there later. That's not important. Don't worry. This is more important. But your will to want, and this still breaks my heart, but your will to want to just stop talking, to keep doing it because it lets you help people, that's what being a warden is about. It's about pushing aside your needs and your feelings, sometimes, unfortunately, to help other people. And that's beautiful. But there's another side in it, and being treated like this by your fellow wardens is just other wardens treating other people poorly isn't what being a warden is about. It can be stressful, it can be... Sometimes it feels like it's impossible to navigate, but... I guess, in my opinion, you should never let those feelings hurt the people around you. And in this case, it's hurting you. So, keep helping people, right? Keep doing the right thing. But if people keep walking over you and keep pushing you down when you're trying to extend a hand to help them up, maybe those people, those wardens, if they're wardens, should go find help from somebody else.
Okay.
Then they'll see what they're losing. I don't oftentimes have the best advice, but I can speak from experience.
At least you're willing to offer advice.
Anytime. And like I said, if you're ever still willing to help out in the hospital, come find me. I'll make sure people don't try to keep you quiet. I'm from Ashbourne. Those people, all they wanted to do was shut us up. You gotta keep a loud voice out there.
I'm from Shamir. People there were nice. Unless it involved my family. Then they hated us. Like I said,
well, that's not very fair.
I'm used to being hated simply for wanting to do the right thing.
I'm sorry that was ever the case.
At least here, it's gotten better. They don't physically beat me for it.
I'm so sorry. I expect a lot of people here. I expect them to...
Then again, I did
others
get
as they want to be treated.
nearly strangled, so I guess there are some parts of home that are familiar.
Well, there shouldn't be.
I
Not
probably
those parts,
deserved
not at all.
that.
No, don't think like that. Listen, I know we don't talk often, but I can tell just by spending a little bit of time with you, even just a little, you don't deserve that. No one does.
Eventually, people get tired being around me because eventually I'm going to, whether it's my fault or not, invite tragedy into their life just because I'll know it's coming and I tell them it's coming.
So you're a good luck charm then?
No,
You know how to tell when bad things are going to happen.
I can tell, but I can't stop it. So is it any better than not telling them at all? I didn't stop someone from nearly being murdered several times.
My dad used to tell me, If you invite thoughts into your mind, if you tell yourself it's not going to happen, it's just going to keep getting worse, it's just going to keep getting worse, then it will get worse. And in order to invite the good thoughts in and the good things to happen, you just need to give yourself that little extra push. Pump yourself up, right? It won't go wrong this time. It'll be okay. I can do it. I'm gonna keep helping people, right? You invite bad into your house,
Yeah.
it's gonna get bad. So invite the good.
It also seemed that there were some light sources, though not many, that seemed to be fully powered by earth quartz, or completely made out of it. And another feature of the traps is that they seem to... you couldn't really see them until you were just right next to them. So they also had that factor going for them.
On exploring further into the ruins, the white pod, as it was, continued to follow us, picking up small things as we went. We then found a fountain full of water with a very large water quartz in the middle of it, alongside a lot of magibes at highest maybe C. But alongside them, they came in multiple types, being fire, some produced acid, and water. Continuing further, we went into a open-aired space, seeming that the leg of Linnaeus was standing right in the center of it, where there were multiple flyers of a poisonous variety, as well as common wyverns, as the waspmen continued to watch us. There were large quantities of air quartz being kept, similar in a lantern style, but assumably mostly for light.
They were used for air purification.
Ah. So this is where you're supposed to do this part.
Okay. So, continuing downward, we noticed that a lot of the ruins seem to give way to more mechanical detail. Graded floors, wiring connecting various machinery. But as we proceeded downward, it also involved a lot more veins of quartz bursting through the walls and ground. And along the way we recovered various notes that were written in common, left by some organization of presumably dwarves, that discussed the location's use as a quarry, as well as encounters that seem to line up with when magibes first began being sighted. And towards the later end of these logs, it seems that they were instructed to begin work on a large machine that was listed as the Obtainium, and at least its original core function was that of a quartz extraction device, though when we actually found it, it seems there was evidence of it being adapted to another use. As we made our way down, we encountered more pods, but also large stone-like magibes that seem to be able to come in and out of the ground like an earth pod would. When we finally got past them, we were able to reach what we presumed to be the Obtainium, which seemed to be the source of the rampant growth of earth quartz throughout the area.
What?
Very
I'm going to check outside real quick.
Please tell me this is not the alarm again.
Oh, sure. Situation as we heard and check on any frequencies in the meantime. Yeah.
What the hell? We'll go with it.
A power outage?
Veteran wardens with me. Military as well. Everyone else stayed.
Power's out.
We have no reason to be alert yet.
Yeah.
Not gonna stay sitting though. Rich.
Alright, up you get, come on.
Surprised you're still in your getup. We gotta get suited to go out soon enough anyway.
Yeah, well, I was going to after the meeting, but.
Well, now's the time.
Oh,
Might be best to do it now.
All my stuff's
for the sake of it, we did encounter whoever's going on the next mission.
Stuff's not here.
I'm okay.
I do.
Are you on the next mission, Isaac?
I will go ahead and wrap up the debrief.
You are?
He was
Right.
not. I have a printed dossier of Theodore's report.
Oh, is that where things are now?
Okay.
There is one more really important piece of information that anyone going out should understand. And it has to pertain to the light pod. It was never killed. Alongside with that, there was an order put out to not kill it. It was not my choice.
What?
That can be discussed later. But the most important piece of evidence that we need to understand fully is that it evolved and got away.
Ah, motherfucker.
Why was
Go
it
into
allowed
it
to
further.
survive? In your why, and from what you experienced, why was it allowed to survive?
There was a direct order to not kill it.
What was it exhibiting?
What rationale?
Continuing this.
Doesn't matter right now.
It was a highly intelligent pod. From
You can explain.
what we've gained, at least on notes, it could very easily become a intelligent, perhaps B class, from what we've considered.
From what Valdez has told me, learner types that evolve usually start at C. So if it has evolved, it has become a C
We believe
class.
that while it was a pod, it was a C class.
I think it evolved into a C. There's no way a pod was a C.
Unfortunately,
I find that
it's
hard to believe.
with a conversation between myself, Ada, and Bijou, it is the clearest option that we have.
So it wasn't a pod, it was something masquerading as a pod.
As soon as anything,
Potentially.
if anything is to exhibit like qualities in a Magibeast form, it should be killed on sight.
Well, there's
And what you're
also.
saying is that it followed you the entire way through, evolved, and then fled. To cut it down
Yes.
to all the way to bare minimum. Okay.
There is
So
another.
it stayed around long enough to understand what everyone was doing.
It also formed enough intelligence to speak.
This I have been told. This I have been told. I want to understand what that means. Did it
We should
have
do
coherent
that when we
sentence,
have
or
more
what?
Can I at least? There's
Try opening the.
another thing that may be able to identify it from other light Magibeasts. The pod had the mark of Persephone on it.
That is what I was going to bring up.
There's the unfortunate possibility. There's the unfortunate possibility that it is a Magibeast that was spawned by the overrun and devouring of divine artifacts in Al Hadid. A tree of knowledge.
So yeah, that would make sense.
There is a
Absolutely.
large quantity of theories already surrounding it.
But this is why
I
I'm
agree.
trying to understand if anyone had any form of conversation with it to say what they talked about. Because that will also determine how smart it's become.
From what we analyzed initially, before the first attempt to kill it was initiated, it was attempting to heal the rest of the group, presumably to continue a common grounding with us.
Symbiotic relationship. No.
That's how they treat higher class Magibeasts that would otherwise eat them.
But
As long as it healed us, the rest of the group was told to not kill it.
Sure. Alright. Okay.
We got information from the engineering.
The decision was made and it is.
Examined and possibly purified in case
The
of
decision was
a
made.
large
It has
power
evolved.
fluctuation.
It is what?
I think should
There's
be
not
back.
much we can do about it now.
Oh,
Okay, something for the next group. Thank you.
magic
It should
on
be
it
free to go
all.
down.
It might have a lingering effect.
Is there anything else in the debriefing that you deem as important before people go on tangents about their own feelings on things?
With the wasp men, it is important to note that they didn't dissolve initially, such as normal magic beasts.
We had to destroy the head.
Yeah, the power's all back.
We tested this. We cut off its head, and it simply survived.
Oh.
It was up until we had to destroy the head fully that it finally dispersed into a large surrounding of acid.
So its head's the weak point. Got it.
But you
Good
can't
to
To get
remove
it
You have to you have to destroy it?
to
Its
put a
eyes kept
higher
moving.
sense of it, I would recommend
Kept looking around.
breaking the
at
wings and or ripping them off to at least ground it first. Their bodies are still weak to bludgeoning damage, as noted in the Vanguard team's expedition. But
And
I highly
fire.
suggest destroying the head.
Okay.
Bailey, you are set for this.
But something that worked well was once we realized they were actually going to start fighting, using techniques and approaches that you deliberately have not used before seemed to throw them off, even for a brief bit. Me running into close quarters to shoot it point blank, it was not ready for.
Everything up to
For
this
most
point
of
is
the
dictated and
expedition,
learned from what
they
we do.
were eyeing us the entire time. They were learning our moves, learning our attacks, what kind of skills that we had, and what to avoid. Hence, throwing pods at us to understand how we fight. If anything, if you do encounter them, use simpler magic on the smaller magic beasts and save your larger, heavy-hitting ones for them. At least so they don't understand fully of what's coming.
So save your strength for when absolutely necessary, or if you're going in for the kill, so you're unexpected.
Did anybody on your team have any kind of teleportation or rapid movement magic that they used against it?
Believe so.
Not
Some speedsters, but no.
Not in the
They
nature
were
that I
able
believe
to
you
copy my
used.
dash.
That's what I was worried
Also,
about, is closing the
they
distance
don't
quickly.
copy more so to
They
enhance their own evasion.
That
They
said,
learn what your thing does, and then move around it.
they've lost a large...
assassination worked like twice.
They've lost a large source of food because the quartz is all dissolved by now. We watched it dissolve over the front of the
You
door.
want to come closer, Bliss.
Okay, that's useful.
On top of that, not only do they watch to evade you, they watch to learn your fighting style. There was the one we killed copied Clara's fighting style to a T.
Oh.
So give it enough time, they will mimic.
So bad. So we have to be quick with them. Can't have a protracted fight. It's just simple and quick.
Okay.
Did you guys take Easy enough.
So basically assume that any of them could fight like any of those from the first two expeditions now.
If they intend to fight us fist to fist, that makes it easier to squish their heads.
Decent match.
They are... Oh, hold on, wait. From what we gathered, on a more general basis, they are highly agile, as well as can take their blows as well as dish them out. For the most part, they are, as well as a bludgeoning fighting style, both similar to Clara's. Keeping them at range can help, which is why I more so said the wings. As long as they're on the ground, they're easier to shoot.
I came in late.
Okay.
Did we already go over the strange elemental gargoyle ones Talia mentioned?
Briefly, they were around the water
That's
quartz you
called-
mentioned. They were around the water quartz, and I guess they had differing affinities. Water,
No.
acid, fire.
I couldn't
guess
see it.
a glow to them, I guess. I don't know. But
But,
Acidic, water, and fire types is what we observed.
and
But
then
there
that,
was also
the,
around
gra-
sou-
the
surrounding
greater
area
one
of
that
the
was
water pool.
Earth, I'd say that was similar to them in a nature.
I don't, but I believe there is someone.
They
But-
do have at least on the earth types that Lunali is talking about, they do have a divot on their chest, which is believed to be their weak
I will
spot,
ask in just a moment.
as there is a large amount of glowing crystal. So shoot where it glows.
Noted.
As for the waspmen that we did kill, it was finally overpowered when it was heavily surrounded. It could only dodge so many attacks when they're coming from every direction. Do not split your focus. Focus fire on a single one. They can't avoid all of you.
Basically corner them until they can't get out. Simple enough. Other than the Waspman tactics, other than the Waspman tactics that we have observed so far and the newer additions in terms of what you've seen, is there anything else pertinent you can think of that might be in the city itself? It sounds like you said the earth core started to kind of fade away or dissipate, Simon?
The machine has been disabled, so
The door is
anything that was
unblocked.
supporting the growth of the earth quartz.
So a lot of the earth quartz is gone, so that's not a problem.
If it's not gone now, then it's easy enough to break through, and it shouldn't be
The
going back
traps that you
anytime
saw,
soon.
do you think they were set up by the Waspmen, or do you think they were just remnants left behind in the buildings?
Most likely remnants.
It was
Remnants
only
of the
within the more ancient parts of the ruins.
Okay, so that's from the buildings themselves. Okay.
If anything, the only other worry that I have was, since one of the legs itself was inside of the ruins, some of the fire movement Magibeast may have gotten in. So
More than likely it's overrun, yeah.
from what we saw, there was a few different types, just about 2. A quite simple wyvern type Magibeast, as well as a
The Undyne Drakes were there too. The ones with the poison. Does Team Free have anybody with light affinity healing?
So, besides that, it's the only thing that we can tell specifically being inside.
If they are present, you will be needed for the poison. It dissipated immediately
Understood.
upon mine being applied.
It causes rot and rust alike.
I remember having to deal with it last time. No.
That being said, given that they are most familiar with Hickory, I want you and Hickory to co-lead this mission.
Yes, sir.
I believe, given your familiarity with the terrain, you are best suited to lead us into this operation field.
Yes, sir.
For the remaining parts of this debrief, is there anything else beyond anything more crucial involving the Magibeast you encountered that the next team would face eventually?
Don't believe so.
Unless they react badly to their food source suddenly being turned off, then that's
It's
all
been
I
a few days. They might be eating each other.
I will say there is strong reason to believe that the former white light pod is still in the area, so please be wary. It is likely still there. Confirmed as
We are
of
prepared.
an hour ago.
We will study it.
They know what to
first,
do.
if possible. If it is still non-hostile, I'm curious to see if we can learn more about it before we eradicate it.
The only thing that
Behavior
I
like
ask is that you
this is
make sure that
abnormal.
it's dead before you leave.
I am curious to see if we can ascertain if there is any connection between this creature and the gods. If we can prove useful to our understanding of what these beings actually are. If we can't,
It may-
we must be sure that it is gone from this world before it can be a threat to anyone else.
It may have been one of several Magibeasts to consume part of an intensely divine construct to Persephone,
It is highly
which
possible.
means we might see more
considering.
like it.
claim to be a year.
If information is found on it, please
I
bring
heard
it
was
back
less
to
than a
me.
year.
Somewhere around that time frame.
Newer too. Okay.
If there's nothing else, I do have a question for Luca. Do you happen to know why the lights just turned out?
At current,
Huh?
our understanding is just that it was a malfunction. Scouring around town, there doesn't seem.
Luca.
Yes.
And
Auntie was getting rid of a pest.
yes, Theodore.
I can confirm. Today, Inanis left me a message on my desk.
What the
from
fuck?
newspaper that you're familiar with, Vardris. I brought Luca along with me to help, to communicate with her. She used my notebook and guided my hand as she wrote down words and asked me to help hunt down this messenger that appeared last week.
What the
Are you
fuck?
familiar with the bone finger?
Oh,
You can
that!
rest assured that that messenger is no longer with us. They are gone. Inanna's found them with our help and my nose. And they are released. Though I would like to make something quite clear. When she casted her magic, this being in particular said, "Thank you." We believe it was indeed an undead, and we believe enslaved by the Night of Dread.
Oh.
Great. Baton says hello.
The Night of Dread is a High Lord.
At the very least, I have confirmed that no critical systems were turned off during the blackout. So whatever she did, she only took from the lights. Thankfully. The city did not stop, and no hospitals or other areas were affected by this sudden blackout. Ada, we will work to come up with a reason that the public can understand. Are there any other preparations that need to be made before our outing? Otherwise, we should get our gear together.
Yes, I need the people going to Linnaeus tonight to stay behind. Everyone else, you are free to leave, but particularly those who are coming out.
If possible, I'd like to make one more statement before everyone splits to the winds. I'm unfortunately not able to raise my voice, so if you can't hear me, just get a bit closer. Apologies. One of the issues that occurred once we were... One of the issues I witnessed happen in the respite due to communication was an aspect of individuals not wishing to listen to other captains of teams that they were not a part of whenever the command to retreat occurred. I want to try and make a reminder now that we are once again split into the 4 corps to respect the other captains as captains as well. Though you may not be under their direct jurisdiction, they still may have word from the generals on something that you are unaware of. That's all that I wish to say real quick as a quick reminder as that all occurs.
Thank you, sir.
Simple as.
Novus Aurora, you are dismissed. Port Linnaeus team, please meet with Kane.
Are you available now, Judas?
Yes, I am.
Not soon, but hey.
Excellent. Let's leave here so they can have that talk.
They already have some of the copies, but feel free to make sure they have it. It should be on the desk over there, until everyone's further looking at it.
Perfect. Looks like you got my filters, you guys.
Judas, chat with you?
Yes.
Let
me change the name of it for you.
I'll be waiting outside.
If you need to talk about anything, just let me know, okay?
Yes. Everything Tusk and some of us were given
You-
brief of it.
Okay. I've noticed you've been quieter than usual today.
letting you.
I've kept an eye on you when I can, but I worry, and I just
don't
want to make
think
sure
it's
you're
that
okay.
different than usual. This is kind of my normal.
That'd be the end of it.
You did quite well with it.
I wish I could have cast it, but
I'll do the same thing.
I was concerned when I saw both.
I've been through a lot today. Could be nice.
There is a bit more about that white pod that I would like
Probably
to
for
know
best.
I'll buy you around.
Okay. Let's go to the other room then.
I think Auntie would scold me.
You want to speak now or later?
Well, you didn't get
Go ahead now.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone else, if you're not going to be going to the next mission of Linnaeus, please make your way out.
Miss sign-ups
Alright.
for us to join the course. I know you.
I've gotta go. Probably do some extended. Some extended.
First, then he took Shaka.
Been trying to catch you all day, but seems you've been quite busy.
I'm more than happy to have you, Luca.
For the most part.
Get out of here.
I didn't get close enough to him. That's good.
You have a slide. Oh, you're so fucking
You
right.
have a moment of your time. Just a second.
Okay, I'm going to.
Go
I'm
for
going
it.
to talk to Shaka, and then I come find
You have
you.
time. Not a problem. We'll be outside.
Okay. I've just been wanting to some time. I see.
Combining all of them into one.
Analysis and so on.
Pardon me. Entirely so.
That's good. A fun way to say it. That makes sense. Could be. There's multiple ways that we can do this. Imbuing all members of the cast with this ability, which I feel fundamentally should be our default goal, or imbuing one individual with all of them. My personal opinion is that making it so all members of the Union cast have the same. I worry about phrasing it as sharing the same senses.
Yeah.
Would be the best way to
So we should
do it.
we
but-
should put it in. You think one person?
No, I want it to be everyone that's a part of the Union cast.
Everyone. Okay.
I'm going to be
just
so
have to be
honest with
careful.
you. If we just imbue it on one person,
That
that's
person's
so
gonna get
boring
overstimulated.
for everyone
Yeah.
else.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. I was about to say, it's like one person. I was saying, I was thinking for those maybe without sight, we might be able to include as well about granting them the senses.
That would be useful. Then you wouldn't have to instruct me anymore.
Indeed. That would be a good way to start.
You know, one of my
Hello, you
spells
two?
is going is
Hello.
one
Welcome
of the spells
to
I've been
Support
looking
Squad's
into
mini meeting right now.
was imbuing.
You joining? Wow, congratulations.
Can I join?
Do you wish to join it? Come aboard?
Yeah.
There you
Welcome
go.
aboard. You're going to still have to
what
sign
they
up tomorrow whenever the sign-ups begin.
I know.
Welcome aboard, Mira.
I
Congratulations.
won't distract her then. Maybe come try and find me tomorrow morning. If I don't
Damn, we
catch
were
you,
so
okay?
close.
Okay.
I don't think the others are going to let you have me. I'm sorry.
I was about to say. What
Well,
do you
too bad,
feel
you're
like
stuck
you
in this
want
room
to do, Lunali?
You just want an excuse for me
You're
not
able
to
to
shoot
go
you.
talk if you want.
Or heal you.
Don't let us hold you up.
See, the fact that you say shoot.
I
First,
think that's a longer
That's
than
very
barrier
common.
shutdown sort of thing.
I understand.
It probably is similar to that from before.
It's no worry at all.
Rue.
At the end of the day, it's what you feel like is best.
Hello.
The Union cast. My fourth spell. I'm looking to be able to share my lightning with people. Well, share my abilities
Lunali
with
is
people,
not
actually.
eating it. She's
Kind of
holding
like
it, but she has not taken a
granting
bite.
people a hastened effect or my ability to use lightning. So maybe I could use that part of that spell for part of the Union cast.
I see it as a definite potential, personally.
What is the
What do you
exact
think it is?
intent of the cast?
The exact intent of the cast of the Union here, the one I drafted up at the very least, is that we are gathering our senses to share with one another to do a full analysis on a person or any, maybe even a plan potentially.
Well,
basically a scan, a full scan on someone, magical and physical.
I could.
So it need. Go ahead, sorry.
We could potentially use the spell that I have as a baseline, considering how deeply it reads into the target of intent, and then add more onto
what I was
it.
going to suggest. A combination of that with my own X-ray, either I already have written down. Then we can also try and speak to Luca about how he has his nervous system spell all written down.
He
Combining
mentioned
at
he's
least
not.
those three bases.
I think he mentioned he still hasn't encoded, which implies he's
still
going to
has it.
unencode it.
Yes, but we can at least get what runes he has marked down for it, so we can have something similar.
That is true.
But I also want to try and suggest a right away idea. Is a mass heal. While my AoE heal can reach about 5, maybe 10 people, depending on how close people are. An issue could be we have an entire group of people who are massively injured. Putting at least 3 of our cores together to do a union cast to recover, we could get most of the group, if not the entirety of Nova Aurora, back on their feet.
I have the perfect
I
one for
guess
that too, to contribute.
Something to consider as a...
Exactly.
It already has built in...
With each union cast is how many people are we involved, because I was told the more people involved makes it more difficult.
Good evening, Reinhold. Apologies for that little power blip. It's all been taken care of, I assure you. That said, 10 minutes until barrier shutdown sequence commences. Again, 10 minutes until barrier shutdown sequence commences. Hope everyone's having a good night.
Make sure I can see Leon.
Yes, I was gonna suggest.
Don't worry.
Shit.
We can discuss the healing idea when we have the wider group organized, I think.
Do you want me to give that to
Exactly.
him? Okay.
Yeah. Give it to him.
Thank you.
Brainstorming initial ideas to suggest to
I think it's a
people.
blueberry instead of
You
a
wanna hold
toad.
it?
I would put forward the
No,
way
I'm
that
good right
my
now.
spell is worded
Oh.
for the crux
You
of
sure?
Thank you, though.
Okay. Well, you want to hold it?
Did you give one to the
plan?
expedition team?
Oop, not like that. That was not what I wanted to hit. I want to hit this.
Should we go say goodbye?
We should.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
This is as
Because
big
I
as
need
my
to get rid of
head.
Frankie.
You have to eat the whole thing.
It'll finally make me tall. That would be kind of worth it.
Good luck with all the doorways.
Came the mana tomato.
I'm going to try and bother you either tonight or tomorrow. All right?
Okay. Sevy's being cagey.
It's all right. That's what I want to try and talk to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Just to get the question out of the way, I don't feel any better, but I'm managing. It's not your fault, though. Today has been really unfortunately bad on many fronts for me.
I used mimicry on his tomato.
You fucker. Why? Now you're just gonna spawn it. Did you ask permission?
No,
You
he just said
asked.
he's what.
You need to start asking
I asked if I could
people.
see it again, and he showed it to me. So
I think
You should get some sleep.
Asking
You've had a long day.
for permission.
I've used a lot of mana today. Even that somewhat botched attempt of a spell takes a lot of energy.
Hey, they can't all be wins. You did amazing during the mission.
And there's also the, well, vision that occurred. Scarlet, did it work for you?
No, I'm gonna slap out this transition.
Did it work? The instruction?
Time.
I hope it helped.
remember, and then he'll get mad.
It did. Thank you for suggesting it.
Listen,
It's...
Harley sends his regards.
Thanks, Shiloh. It was her idea, not
I
mine.
think I did because
They just know that
appreciate
it...
you showing me how to use it.
either
Okay.
it will do nothing. Either it will do nothing.
As long as it
or
helped.
I think it's one of 4 things. It will do nothing.
Thank you.
Mimic my tomato.
Either it will do nothing.
And you're surprised by this?
That's the first time I've heard that all day.
It will let me make someone else grow, or it will do one of the other two options.
Just a thank you.
Me to do it.
What about the side effects?
It's nice.
I didn't thank you, did I?
It's okay.
What about the side effects?
We were distracted by the outcome.
Your skin grows, your organs don't grow with you.
Thank you.
You're not one of the people that made my day bad.
Why?
I know every single one that did.
It though.
This is what
I need.
This is what I made myself be built towards. Unfortunately, the nature of the things that I do puts me in a line of people either not appreciating it or getting upset because of it. So, how does that even work?
I'll try it next week.
Harley, I know you're a growing boy, but holy shit.
Eat him. Well, we also need to make a list of all the things.
Can you just conjure a tomato?
Second example.
Tomato.
I think they're working on it. I heard him. He used mimicry on the tomato.
That's a lifelong question.
Huh.
I
My
think.
tomato.
Okay.
Maybe that's
Yeah,
why
you
he
can't believe
nothing.
Can you just conjure a tomato now? Or do you need a tomato?
I think we should test that.
Because
5
let's
minutes.
think about it this way. The spell
Yeah,
I've
toast it
copied
5 minutes
isn't-
before we turn the lights off.
Isn't
Should we go to the train
the
station and see
spell I
him
have
after?
copied is from the tomato,
They're-
not the
they're in that
creation of the
room.
tomato.
They're
Yeah,
literally
I know,
sitting
but
in that
still.
room.
Therefore, I have copied whatever the intention of the tomato is. theoretically.
I won't. I can take a sip. I won't. I'll save it.
You can have a sip. You can have a sip now, but it's
But I saw the axe.
I have copied his spell.
quart or liter. I forget which one's bigger.
Yep.
Hey Marcus, we brought back a cool rock, so you have to bring back a cooler rock.
You guys all done?
It's liter.
He's great at that.
I can do that.
Stomp the ground and what'll happen.
True.
Yeah, but it has to be as cool as a chunk of heart gold. So make a bigger one.
Be careful with that, by the way. Take a look at it. Be careful with it. We got it contained now, but don't pull it out of the box.
Did
unless-
someone leave notes about it so I can find out what happened?
You know, we might get some notes on it. Yeah. One of the things to look out for is it's trying to prick people, trying to root to them. Don't let that happen. Don't get rooted.
Okay. Good thing I held that with gloves then.
And you're the big finale.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'll be cool. I'm excited. We're gonna do great. We're gonna be a team.
Yeah, I will. I don't plan on draining myself that much.
Yeah, that was the best part of my day.
I still have to burn that out of me when I get back. I literally am not going to.
Leon, how are you walking without using your legs? That's really cool.
It's magic.
Yeah, magic. Don't worry about it. It's
Okay.
just fine. It's cool.
Keep an eye on
It's cool. It's fine. It's cool.
I'll keep them out of trouble.
Yeah,
Good.
petty criminals can just have proto arms, apparently.
As much as I
There's a guy that was selling counterfeit watches.
Barely, Marcus.
You just have. And he just had one. Is that? I heard that much. Okay.
I gave him a hug today.
Not our problem currently, but
A nightmare about that.
But soon.
oh yeah, the whole. Oh wait, you didn't hear. Yeah, so we found out that there was a room in the ruins that started doing this to Eris, making her like me.
Oh yeah, the purple room.
Yeah, it's evil.
The purple room. Yeah,
Yeah,
purple room.
the only reason she was able to get, she phased through the bars of the door.
Oh, thank goodness that it wasn't just around. But yeah, it can turn people into what I am. And,
I'm glad she just popped like a grape then. Good.
yeah, instead I had to heal it. Which I shouldn't say it like that because it makes it sound like I didn't want to. I wanted
I don't need
to.
to tell you anything. You're smart.
No, I wanted to.
That room is still there though, so I don't know if it'll be a problem in the future.
I'm not gonna.
It did give me.
For I think like 5
It provided some answers.
Yes.
And that's what matters.
Are you okay?
I'm just glad you're okay.
I have a way to.
Yeah, I'm fine. I was more worried about Kane.
Of course.
We do watch over each other.
He's had worse. Trust me. We've been through worse.
Lumos, you wanna get
We may have
breakfast
only been at this
tomorrow?
for about a year, but
I think
we
you've both been abandoned.
is the worse than anything you could throw at us.
I've been distracted from gambling, but I feel like I would cope.
Amethyst colored light.
Use your best judgment on the information.
Maybe make Canada.
They should come back.
There would probably be a Canada nearby. Find the Canada.
Take care of her.
We should start heading that way.
Fine.
Probably
I mean, a lot of people are still here too.
Alright.
I can't. You might be right. Tell you in an open room, but I will tell you what we're doing.
If they attack you, it's nowhere. Kill those fuckers.
I just wanted to try and check up the
Train station. Okay, I'm balling you guys. I'm gonna fucking vomit, dude. Oh my god.
And everybody thinks we're stupid for it, and I don't know how to